see your face.
Can we?
Go for it. No, we're currently late.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to our very first session of our first campaign. Thank you all so much for joining us. We're all super excited, as you can see. It's been a long time coming. We're so thrilled that you guys could tune in and join us. Just for anybody who's not aware, we're going to be playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. For those of you who don't know, it's a tabletop role-playing game in which a central figure, known as the DM or the Dungeon Master, will take a group of players through...
We're really going from the ground up. Let me explain to you the history of role-playing games.
Wait, okay.
Don't worry about magic missile.
Okay, my intro's been cut off. We're playing Dungeons & Dragons. Enjoy.
Read the books yourself, guys.
Read the books yourself, apparently.
Dice were invented as firstly a whalebone game.
I'm going to start my tally early before we even get into the session.
Who's dying first?
Who's dying first? Alright, let's get into it. In the realm of Cathora, an arcane shroud drapes itself over the lands. Studied tirelessly by many and misunderstood by many more, for years and years its strands stretch onwards from horizon to horizon, encompassing its many continents and islands. From beneath this arcane cloak emerges wonders of all kinds, from monsters that roam its lands and the dauntless heroes that trade blows with them, to the everyday magic that embeds itself in the lives of its denizens. The strands of fate that encompass our story, however, converge on the continent of Wyladium, where magic runs wild, curling its way through narrow laneways and weaving in between blades of grass to create an intricate web of magic and mystery that arrests its population as much as its wilderness. Bisected by the craggy mountain range of the Dawn Vale, awe-inspiring in its formidable nature, the continent of Wyladium stands divided. Through the central power of the realm lies with the seemingly independent body of the Grimwassian Legion to regulate arcane practitioners. Within the continent of Wyladium, its shadowy hands grasp at purse strings and tug on marionette wires. To combat the vice grip of the Legion upon the lands of Cathora, the Litterocian Inquisition was founded to weed out corruption and investigate the trappings of the voracious vacuum of power, and Wyladium became their battleground. To the east, the Eprosian Empire stretches across the lands from the choppy, frigid depths of the Wildwater Breach in the north, to the temperate, warm climate of the Bay of Bones and Bombastic Bay. Buoyed by the arable, fertile lands of the Ashford Steppes, the Eprosian Empire emerges as a new powerhouse, ousting its prior owners, the Kingdom of Acheron, who now preside to the west of the Dawn Vale, amidst roaring streams and soaring spires of dense rock and tundra in the Sharpfrost Glades. At the base of the Dawn Vale, the wild, unruly nature of the Soltaran borderlands is mirrored by all those who dare traverse its landscape. Becoming the site of conflict between these two warring empires for upwards of a century, the tentative truce struck between these opposing sides has alleviated the tension between the two. But not all is peaceful throughout this war-torn stretch of land. In recent years, the beasts that were once confined to the mountainside have crept down to terrorize the citizens of both empires. From the wake of this monstrous crawl that seeks to dominate the lands, a collaborative effort has been formed between these two powers, known as the Worldlock Battalion. Instituted and managed by the Grimwassian Legion, and supplied by both the Kingdom of Acheron and the Eprosian Empire, it seeks to preserve the lands outside the borderlands and protect the people of Wyladium from the threat of beasts and arcane gone awry. One such town that finds itself acting as a thoroughfare for the Worldlock Battalion is Omerum, where our story finds its roots. Just beyond the reach of the Widowacre border and the Soltaran borderlands, the quaint town of Omerum capitalizes on the presence of travellers, merchants, sellswords and soldiers to create a thriving agricultural powerhouse. Though Omerum is a stronghold of the Empire in the south, its major trade routes stretch not to just the capital city of Rumbellium, but also the rest of the major cities that dominate this landscape. One such trade route, from high overhead, the sun beats down upon a heavily cloaked figure, relentless in its heat and savage in its sting that pricks at exposed skin. A lone figure wanders the countryside. Lucky, would you like to introduce your character, please?
Yeah. Wandering through the countryside, you see a leather-clad plague doctor with red robes that are very foreign to these lands.
Okay.
Do you want a name?
No, it's okay, you don't have to. The gravel path below you crunches and slips beneath your feet, uneven and pockmarked, with divots and trenches made by countless wagons and carts that use this road as a thoroughfare. All around you, fields upon fields of gold rise upwards out of rich soil, stretching towards the sky. Wheat, barley, and corn sway and rustle gently with the light breeze that tosses through them. You can hear faint shouting and laughter echoing from the fields as farmers call out instructions to each other and chat about this and that as they go about their work. In the distance, a wagon begins to make its way up the road towards you. An old man sits with a young child in his lap, both of their hands wrapped around leather reins and giant smiles on their faces. The horses whinny softly as the hooves beat down on the ground below them, the child laughing in delight at the sound, bouncing a little in their seat. Ahead of you, a large, well-worn wooden cart is making its way down the gravel path, kicking up clouds of dust and sending small bits of gravel flying as its heavy wheels leave indentations in the beaten path below. The cart itself is packed to the brim with crates and barrels. Some are kind of overflowing with produce, lettuces and carrots. You can see pyramids of apples kind of stacked up next to huge stacks of huge wheels of cheese kind of stacked up right one after another. Some of the crates are sealed with what appears to be words painted onto the front. It's too far to make anything out other than a large crate with a kind of shoddily painted, fragile hands-off emblazoned on the front. The white paint itself of this sign is chipped and has several drip marks in places, so it's clearly been rushed and kind of just to get the point across. The greying wood of the cart itself appears relatively rough with random marks and splinters protruding from the sides. As you study the cart, taking note of what appears to be a kind of steadily leaking barrel dripping down onto the path and darkening the wood of the cart beneath it, it begins to slowly shift, turning to the right, as a perpendicular gravel path appears with a kind of a wooden stake with a sign saying Omerum, and a little arrow pointing down the right. As the cart turns, you watch as two huge beasts of burden round the corner are fixed to the front by a leather yoke. From this distance, the animals pulling the cart appear to be bears of some kind. However, their hair is thicker and shaggier, with scraggly strands kind of hanging down around the throat and across the shoulders. One of these two bear-like creatures turns its head towards your direction, giving you a glimpse of enormous canines, almost the size of small daggers, glinting in the mid-afternoon sunlight. From its head you can see two large curved horns protruding from its skull, one which appears to have a kind of metal wrapped around the tip. They pad on further down the gravel path, slowly and almost kind of seeming as if this huge weight that they're lugging with them, despite how tightly packed this cart is of no consequence. Emerging from the back, just behind the back of the cart, you can see a young woman. Kind of looks a little bit like her hair's matted in some places. Looks relatively young, kind of short. Meg, would you like to introduce your character, please?
Yes, my character's name is Maylin Ellahorn. She looks to be about her mid-20s, but she's actually 122. Do I say like a backstory or something? Or
you don't have to, you can just say whatever you like. Appearance.
Yeah, she has, as Holly said, she has long red matted hair with mushrooms growing out of her head. She looks like all of her clothes have been handmade. And she just looks relatively lost, honestly. She doesn't really know what she's doing.
You also see a sign on the opposite side from where you're approaching. You two are kind of at opposite ends, but both catch sight of a sign that says Omera. You're both kind of coming up to the juncture.
Can I run up? Excuse me? I've lost the accent already. Excuse me, what? Excuse me.
Hello.
Where am I?
That's a good question. I I don't really know my way around here. I'm really just looking for Omerum. Do you know how to get there? I think the sign looks like it's pointing to where to go, I guess. Is that where you're heading to?
Let's just there was a bright light. What plane is this?
What plane were we on now?
Oh, this is known as the material plane. You can roll a history check if you like to see if you know what plane you're in. First roll.
First roll.
What do I do?
I'm 25. Cool.
12.
Okay, I would say you probably have heard that this is known as the material plane, but you're not too sure about what plane, why he might be referring to a plane. I mean, you would know this is Cathora. You would know that much.
We're in Cathora. I think this is the material plane. I think.
That helps a lot.
Oh.
Material plane, shite. How the fuck did I get here? Sorry. Where do you know where the nearest town is? Perhaps with some church? Maybe.
Church?
Oh, you know, someone. Unless you're an expert in planar magic.
What's a church?
You know, a place you could pray to gods. You know, like Luron. Very cool guy, Luron. A right. Good king.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not really from around here.
You don't have gods or goddesses? No religion?
Gods or god? I really just pray to the trees, nature.
Is a nature god, right?
Yeah, you can roll a religion check if you like.
Yeah, religion is one of my skills. I do actually. It's just int-based, which is bad. It's a 6.
What is nature?
Where you're from, there isn't much vegetation. You don't really. You've seen trees before, but you're not sure why someone would pray to them.
The tree. You prayed to trees, like bushes?
Well, yes, but there's a spirit all in them. Everything is spiritual with nature, you know. And
sure. Yep. They're the kind of spirits that you have to like stab because they're gone crazy, or they're like the kind of good spirits that, you know.
I'm sorry?
Well, like,
why would you stab a spirit?
because they're trying to stab you.
They're trying. The nature spirits are not trying to stab me.
I've had a few spirits who tried to stab me.
Oh.
Yeah, where I'm from, they're not friendly. Or some are friendly, some are not friendly.
Are these still nature spirits?
I mean, depends on how you define nature, really. Yeah, the accent's gone, but I've gone with this one. Like, well,
This is just how he talks, guys.
yeah, we're going with this one. How do you define nature? Like, is nature just like
Nature is the world we live in, and all of its
yes.
grass and trees
What
and
is
flowers.
grass?
It is what we're walking on. It is all. You can walk on.
There's some tufts of grass there.
Yeah, like this little tuft of grass over here.
I thought you were talking about the rocks. We have rocks where I'm from.
Rocks as nature as well. All naturally made.
Has my character been getting stabbed by a rock spirit before? I'm just trying to think here.
Roll a...
Why are we both so clueless about everything? I thought I was the clueless
This is the
one.
perfect pairing.
personal history or an intelligence
But
check?
I'm just asking, like, from the dream
I
plane
don't think
perspective.
you would have been stabbed by a rock spirit. But
I know that like I fight spirits.
Yes.
But like, what kind of spirits are they?
Well, they can take many different forms.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you might have seen a rock spirit once or twice. Maybe like an earth golem, something similar.
Yeah.
But I don't think it would have been. It wouldn't have looked like grass.
Okay, I'm looking at it just like.
But rocks could stuff.
I'm assuming like a lot of the stuff isn't like in the dream plane, so I'm looking around just like. So. And what is flower? Like.
It's like.
And what is
I don't
these?
know
And I'm
how
like
to
going to
describe
start grab the
words.
mushrooms on your head. What is these?
I think there mushrooms. They just kind of grow there. I don't know. It's just been there like my whole life. I don't.
Okay.
Swamp witch made.
Do you want to lead the way to the town? Because I have no fucking clue where I am.
We'll figure it out together, I guess.
Okay.
I've never been around people before. This is so exciting.
What is a people?
I guess you are?
Well,
that's what I'm assuming. I'm sorry. I don't know if you're... I don't know anything.
I am a Kalashtar.
A what?
A Kalashtar. I'm not from here. I'm from a different plane. I'm from the dream plane.
Oh. What is that?
It's where your dreams come from.
What are dreams?
You know, you sleep, and you become like the nice ones are us, and the bad ones are the bad spirits. You know the nightmares?
I'm very confused, but okay.
Do you not sleep?
I sleep.
Okay.
I just didn't know what dreams were. Is it like those pictures that happen while you...
Right.
Okay.
I
think I understand.
For the purpose, I feel like this could go on for a while. So you guys begin to wander down the path that says Ormerum, kind of following behind this cart that's stretched kind of a long way in front of you now, but you can still kind of see the faint drip marks left in the gravel path.
Just whilst we're going, I'm pointing at different things and asking what they are.
Nice. Right. We get the music started, guys.
Ooh.
The music's starting. I started halfway through. Alright. As you guys continue on your way, you emerge from the corridor of gold created by the split in these crop fields. Your eyes fall upon a town in the horizon. From a distance, you can see chimney smoke billowing out of buildings of wood and stone. A procession of carts, caravans, and wandering nomads line the well-worn gravel path. Let's make it a bit loud. The heavy wooden cart in front of you has eventually slowed to a stop to join the end of the line. And the town itself is bathed in the warm glow of midday sunlight, its trees rustled by a gentle breeze that runs through the fields of gold behind you. Stone walls separate small livestock paddocks, and tiny cottages litter the outskirts of the town. Hedgerows and bushels are being plucked and pruned as passers-by gawk at the picturesque landscape around them. You can see from where you are that skirting along the outskirts of the procession, you join a handful of other pedestrians that appear to be following a path of some sort to reach the town. What would you guys like to do? Would you stay at the end of the line, or would you like to join the procession of pedestrians as they pass?
What should we do?
Once again, I am really not from here.
Me neither. Just looking around in amazement right now. Like, I've never been to anything like this.
I'm looking at, like, all the different races. Like, I imagine I've seen, like, one or two rarely, like, planar travelers kind of stuff. But, like, I'm looking at, like, different people. I'm like...
I'm just kind of
Yeah,
overwhelmed.
you can see
We're both very overwhelmed right now.
everything here is colourful. There's a smattering of, like, red and yellow meadow flowers dotted around these kind of rolling hills. You can see people tilling the fields, kind of wiping away sweat and going back to their work, harvesting and plucking these berries off bushels. Everything here is very... It seems almost like the most picturesque of dreams. It's almost too good to be true.
Sure is beautiful here. Do you think we should follow the beings walking around? They seem to know what they're doing.
Is there like a being nearby us? Is one of them near us?
Yeah, there's a few. I mean, you can see handfuls of... obviously in this line, this procession of people, there are lots of people sitting atop carts. You can see that there are people who have kind of come up behind you and they're kind of skirting around you. You see
We're just standing there.
slim-looking half-orc that's kind of got closely cropped hair, kind of walking past with tusks protruding a bit.
And I grab, can I just tap one of them?
Yeah, who do you want to tap? Just anybody?
Anybody.
I'm going to say at this point, you can kind of see somebody squeezing past you. Looks to be human, though their ears are kind of pointed at the sides. of lean, almost like a dancer with finely like corded muscles and everything that you can see even through like the white linen shirt. You can tap them on the shoulder.
Yep.
Yes.
Scusi, do we know where we are yet?
Where are we right now?
On the road to Omerum.
Cool. How?
That's where I'm going.
I guess I am going.
You didn't read. There's a sign. There's multiple signs. Actually,
Don't really know how to.
My common
you
isn't
don't know
that
how
good.
to read.
No.
I've got like a little bit of common from like my time at school, but I'm not, super good
What
at
is
it.
school?
We went to church. They would teach us how to read and how to.
You two are an odd pair, and kind of begins to walk away.
No, please help us.
I'm very confused.
How do we get there?
I'm also confused.
How do we get there?
Walk. This is a line to get into.
So we
Omerum.
just get in.
Perfect.
We get into line, and what do we do once we're into line?
If you'd like to wait behind all of these carts, you can do that, or you can follow the groups of people walking past.
We will follow the people walking past. Yes.
Easy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your
Of
kindness.
course.
Goodbye.
I'm sure I'll see you again soon.
Wonderful
Kind
journey.
of just like really awkwardly, slowly.
And I make really a lot of eye contact because I'm just amazed I'm talking to people.
Merci, au revoir.
Very scary. Walks past just like really awkwardly, trying to get away from you as fast as possible. You can literally see like sweat beading at their forehead, just like stressed out to the max.
They were kind.
It's helpful.
Very helpful.
Alright. Sorry. As you join the end of this procession, you can see it kind of goes on for longer than you'd expect. This is more people than either of you have ever seen packed tightly in an area. And the closer you get to the city itself, details begin to kind of jump out at you. The stone walls that you pass that appeared so beautiful and neatly arranged in lines are actually immensely damaged with large holes smashed into them and masonry crushed and left to the side. The small cottages outside the walls are rotten and decrepit, leaning to the side and kind of propped up by heavy logs and stakes. Large craters and divots in the ground are being slowly filled in with new soil. All over the landscape, you can see a handful of people kind of hefting large buckets of soil into these huge craters. As Omerum itself comes into focus, the town is in a much greater condition than its bordering territory, which appeared so picturesque to you both. Rows upon rows of wooden houses and buildings are charming in their comforting rustic appearance. Thatched roofs and rich, roughly hewn wooden beams kind of litter the landscape. You can see curls of smoke billowing out of chimneys. Market stalls with awnings of all colours are affixed to the side of shop fronts, kind of leaning up against them, heavy rope kind of suspending them from the side of these buildings. You can also see, as you get closer and closer, that people are kind of slipping out of narrow cobblestone laneways that are almost labyrinth-like as they bisect through the city. What do you guys like to do? You can see people are just kind of flooding into this these worn cobblestone streets of Omerum.
What do we do now? It's not a straight line anymore.
To the right of you, you can see that there are two guards draped in slate grey and blue, and they're kind of stopping each of the carts, rifling through the produce and the crates and barrels in the back, and they're like, "Alright, proceed," just in a very routine manner. But people seem to be scattering all across the landscape, kind of joining the backs of lines at stalls and kind of in between walkways and those sorts of things.
Where were you coming here?
I was just told by the spirits to go this way. The tree spirits.
Did the spirits give you anything else?
No. They really just said to come to Omerum.
They do be like that, yeah.
Yeah. It's not... The trees told me.
He's like,
Malin's just the Lorax.
Yes, what's the name of the city? It's the City of Dreams, right? Or,
Yeah, the City of Dreams.
there's like 8 trees in the City of Dreams. There's not a lot. So, also they don't really talk. But I am sure your talking trees will help.
Have you guys just kind of stopped at the outskirts of the town, like where they're checking?
Pretty much,
people?
we don't know where else. We don't know what we're doing right now. We're having a little-
Roll a perception check for me, please. You can assist each other, or you can each roll one. It's up to you.
Did I get? No, I didn't get myself bonus in perception.
Wait, what was it?
Just a
Roll
perception check.
perception.
It's a 9 again. My rolls are not good, Dash. Put this dice away. It's bad. Alright.
You're +5.
6, 7, 8, 9, 11.
Not too bad. Kind of as you're loitering at the outskirts of the town itself, people are pushing and kind of jostling past you, attempting to make way for what appears to be a huge caravan as they're trying to get past these two that have just stopped and halted the motion of the entire people behind them. You can hear it, "Get the fuck out of the way, man!" And they just kind of all trying to...
Hey, I'm
go-
walking here.
Bruh, you're in my way.
Several other kind of carts and caravans are backed up as well with the altered motion. You guys are kind of all... you're both looking around to the left and right of you. Omerum is quite a lively town with loud music and fanfare kind of trickling out towards you through gaps in conversation. Flags and banners are displayed at full mast, waving in the breeze as lanterns are jostled by crows landing on their wires from where they're suspended in between large trees. On one side of Omerum, you can see that a series of tents are set up with surrounding carts and various soldiers and men-at-arms packing supplies away into crates. On the opposite side, where most of the pedestrians that are trying to push past you are kind of flooding into, you can see there are a lot of market stalls and carts that are kind of pushing past one another and trying to find spots, and you can see people hawking their wares and like trying to draw people in, and various it's like the sea of people kind of travels from one market stall to another. And as you guys take a step forward and are looking around feeling a bit out of place and overwhelmed, you can see what appears to be a large notice board. 2 heavy wooden posts are fixed into the cobblestone of this open space that acts as the plaza of this small waypoint town, greying slightly and seemingly cracking and splintering down the side under the immense weight of a thick slab of wood that's suspended in between them by roughly hewn, kind of rotten wooden boards. And you can see a figure standing in front of these wooden boards, craning their neck upwards at the base of this large, decrepit notice board. You can see a small figure studying the board intensely. Connor, would you like to introduce your character for us, please?
If only I could.
The screams all the intro we did.
I can't read. Oh, hello. Wow. I like your mask, and I like your mushrooms.
Mercy.
Thanks!
You see before you a very abnormally, not that you two would have seen, a very abnormally small halfling, about only 2'6" in height.
I'm 6'4".
You are nearly 3 times my height.
I'm just looking down at you.
With a adorning very spiky sort of chestnut hazel brown hair, a very dark skin complexion with like yellow tribal markings all adorning his face, in a very bright green and orange cloak, barefoot, wielding a gigantic, almost bigger than him, greatsword that just seems to hover amongst his back.
You sure are very short.
It's a bit rude to bring your height, is it not?
Just straight out of the gate.
I know! I don't need to be reminded!
I'm sorry.
No, it's...
I didn't mean to offend you.
No, it's okay.
It's
okay.
I've never been around beings, and you're very...
What do you mean?
You
What do you
said
mean
beings once.
beings?
I've
Like,
never been around... I've never...
Like people.
Yes.
You're a being. You know that, right?
Yes.
You're a person, as are you.
No,
Yes.
I am a Kalashtar. I'm not a person.
Well, I have now for the past few hours.
You two are not from here, are you?
No.
Absolutely not.
I'm from a different plane. I'm very confused. You happen to
I'm
know
just
how
trying to get to Rumbellium.
How
Do you know the way there?
How do you get to the dream plane from here? Is there a path?
How do you get to Rumbellium?
Do I know where Rumbellion is, and do I know what the dream plane is?
Roll. You can roll a history check to see
Okay.
if you're specifically trying to, I guess,
Probably more.
figure out where.
I'm probably just gonna ask more for
Rumbellion.
Rumbellion. I have no idea about the
Sure,
dream
maybe
plane.
roll. Yeah.
Oh, nat 1, but I'm a halfling. I can reroll once. To a nat 20. 22 total. Halflings.
God.
Can't beat 'em.
Oh yeah.
First nat 20 of the campaign.
It's on a history check.
Got a history check, baby!
First nat 1.
That's right. I'm bringing him in, guys.
You can recall that you've heard quite a lot about Rumbellium. You know that it's the capital of the Prussian Empire, and there are several trade routes that actually lead out of Ormerum directly to Rumbellium. You know, for kind of what you want to accomplish as you're making your way through the Empire itself, that Rumbellium will probably be quite a good place to go because you can pick up a lot of odd jobs, and you would have a pretty good idea of how to get there. And you've definitely heard a lot about it. You know that there are a lot of the Grimwassian Legion kind of operates mostly out of that area. It's relatively famous for its for the presence of magic as being a kind of hotspot in the world. Threads of this magical web that people believe is intrinsically kind of suspended over the world is focused in Rumbellium.
I relay all of that. Just as articulate. Oh yeah, the capital. Yeah, there's a few routes, you know, out of the town that can take you there. I wouldn't mind going there myself.
Oh, perfect!
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
the spirits told me to go there, and I didn't really know my way around. So
the
that's
spirits.
The good spirits, not the ones that try to stab you.
The nature spirits.
Well, I would assume most spirits are good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you look? I don't like to ask for help a lot, but can you help me up? I'm trying to read the board.
Right. And I
I'm
can try and
Roll a strength
lift you up.
Can I assist?
Yeah.
With my
We
we're both like I got a -1 in strength. I'm not helpful.
I'm very plump, guys.
That's a 2.
Oh.
6.
You get
No,
advantage. You get advantage.
Yeah, you get to roll again.
Oh. Nat 20!
This is the luckiest campaign, I swear. As if weighs absolutely nothing, you immediately just take him around the middle.
I just Lion King him.
Wow! Is the air always this thin up here? Oh wow! And
On the board
what's
itself.
on the board?
You can see a lot of the kind of parchment pieces that are yellowing. Some are curled at the edges. Some are ripped and actually torn, so they're so that you can't read them. Some of them are kind of just affixed with heavy, like rusted wooden stakes, and you can see nails and things. There are a couple of different posters that stand out to you. One of them appears to be a missing pet poster for a tortoise.
Oh no! Does a tortoise have a name?
Barrel.
I look at nothing else. I'm like, oh no, barrel.
Barrel.
Can I point it out? What is a barrel?
Who is Barrel?
It's tortoise.
What's a tortoise?
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 Oh, I love tortoise.
What are-
I love all animals. Oh, this is on my shoulders. I have a raccoon. I forgot to say. This is Quildor.
Quill.
He's my friend.
What's a quildor?
Hi.
You can see kind of
Right.
as you're being
just gonna,
suspended
like,
up in
poke it.
the air.
He
The
doesn't
raccoon
mind.
kind of reaches out like its little hand curling around. to
He
touch
doesn't
your
bite,
shoulder.
right?
He does have the ability to, but I'm sure he won't if you're nice to him.
Oh, no.
Hi, little buddy.
You hear
What
Oh.
vibe does your raccoon give
Quildor,
off?
be
what
nice.
vibe, what vibe does the raccoon give off?
Yeah.
He's just a little bit quirky.
He's a little guy.
He's a little guy.
Not like the other girl.
He has a bit of a temper sometimes.
Poodle's kind of like,
I say he's
Growling.
nice. I say he's nice because he's only nice to me. I guess he's a bit of a bitch to everybody else.
his tail kind of curls around your neck a little
Yeah.
bit as he shrinks back.
At this point, like, I'm staring at dead in the face with just a giant burn mark. I'm just staring
His
at
little
it,
hands kind of reach out to try and hold the tip of the bird mask.
like withdrawing, like,
Oh,
What do you
Finds
call
you
when people steal
interesting.
things?
Theft?
No, when they always want to steal things.
kleptos?
Kleptomania?
Kleptomaniacs.
Mhm.
Is that Quildor?
Yes.
Quildor the klepto.
Just rolls off the tongue.
I'm so sorry. Where are my manners? Name's Krugar.
Krugar.
Yeah,
Kruger.
Krugar.
Krugar the Small. If you wanna be like the bullies.
The bully.
He's just accepted the name.
Yes.
What is a bully?
That's his
Someone who says really mean things about you and will pick on you because you're different.
That doesn't sound very nice.
It's not. So I just decided to embrace it so that way they can't use it to hurt me.
That sounds like the parrots from the forest. They would say mean things.
And you two are?
I am Abelard Dupont.
DuPont. Wow. What is that accent?
It is,
Dream
Quarry. Quarry, it is my...
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
And you are?
Maylin Elhorn.
Malin. Well, it's very nice to meet both of you. I
Nice
gotta
to
say,
meet you.
you're a lot more lively and noticeable than most people in Orem.
It's because we're not from here.
Yes. Are you two here for a specific reason at all?
The spirits told.
The spirits.
They told me the forests are in great danger, and I am trying to help them.
Oh, well, if they're in danger, well, that can't be good. I'm
Right.
I'm here to help anybody, big or small. So, I'll help if you need it.
How very kind of you, thank you.
Oh,
We need all the help we can get. I just don't know what's happening.
I woke up
The
in
trees just told me to go to Rumbellium, and that's all I know right now.
I
I'm
don't
sure
s-
they'll tell me more.
I don't
This
speak
is
to
legit
trees,
a lot.
but I'll take your word for it.
I woke up in I woke up after bright light and there was
Oh, it was a
if you
magical
could
makeup.
quote it was grass,
Well,
right?
thanks to
Yes.
tree.
It was grass, but it was tall and yellow.
Oh.
It looked like that one I'm gonna put in a wheat field.
That's wheat. We use
I
that to make bread.
I woke up
I've
in a
never
field
seen
of
it
that.
before.
You've never seen wheat?
No.
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 I just know forest.
I just kind of
Trees.
muffled to myself. What have I gotten myself into?
Once again, I am really not from here. This is the material plane, yeah? That's what you said, we?
Yes.
Yeah.
I am from the dream plane, which is different. It is Duran's kingdom.
In my mind, sheep are just jumping over a fence. It's just like, okay. Well, I'm not from here. I'm just looking for work, you know. I'm a bit light on the old coin department, so I was just trying to find jobs, and it looks like this tortoise named Barrel might pay, and it would be nice to do a good deed.
That's
So,
very kind of you.
Let's find Barrel.
I'm happy to help you find barrels.
Someone
You'll
tell
help me?
What is a tortoise?
I'm sure if we all help together, we'll all get a reward of some kind.
Ah, I like rewards.
Quildor can help too. He's really good at finding things.
Aha.
I don't know what a tortoise is still. What is...
It is it's like an animal, but it's got like a shell on it, and it's very slow.
So you pointed at the Quildor.
Because he is also an
Quildor is
animal. He's an animal.
So, okay, so it is...
You have animals where you come from, right?
Do you not have any animal friends?
Why is there white foam coming out of his mouth? Is that normal?
Of Quildor's mouth?
Are there animals...
Can I make an
in the
insight
dream
check on the Quildor?
plane?
What are you saying?
13?
He seems really angry for some reason.
Why is he looking at me with vicious intent?
I think he's just overwhelmed. He's never really seen beings either.
Oh.
What, is there animals in the dream plane?
You've
Usually
definitely seen
he's
them before in
kind.
other people's dreams.
To me, at least.
Ah.
I don't know. There would be kind of some animals, but they wouldn't be anything like the ones that are here.
And we have them as well. They just have. They've got 4 horns. It's very weird.
Wow. I've never heard
Those sound
that
like
before.
dangerous animals.
They are dangerous.
Oh, okay.
They hurt a lot.
Oh. We'll steer clear of those. I don't think there are any of those here in Orem. Anyway.
I haven't seen any. No.
Good.
That's reassuring. Well, you want to go and help me find Barrel? Then?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna like take the parchment down. I'm gonna like just tear it off, and I'm gonna start staring at it. Like, yes, this barrel.
Yes. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
That's Barrel.
Yeah, we want to find. Yeah, we want to find the little guy in the picture. Yeah.
There's not a lot of information itself on this poster. It's kind of a hastily scrawled one that just has like a crudely drawn tortoise on it.
Okay.
You can see like help barrel missing, and it's in the wrong order.
Okay, it's not greatly written, but I get the general gist. Is there like a address to meet someone?
There is, yeah.
Okay, so if we go here, the person will give us more information on how to find him.
I'm gonna like shove the parchment in his hand.
Oh, meeting new people.
Oh, yep.
Where is? But like I lean down into it.
Thank you. This way? I have no idea.
So, as you guys are kind of chatting around this notice board, kind of trying to work out where you're going, I'll get you to roll a survival check for me, please.
Okie dokie.
So you can find your way.
You die.
5.
You're not too sure. There's a lot of people. Like I said, it's kind of a sea of people out here. There are a lot of people converging all in one spot, so it's kind of hard to find your way, and there's no real signs or anything for streets, anything like that. You can see some numbers kind of on the side of buildings, but they don't seem to really have a strong pattern to them. Some buildings will have numbers, some don't.
Oh, excuse me. Hey, I know you can see me! Don't lie! Fine. I'll just keep trying to talk to people until someone gives me
people
advice.
Kind of push past you, and like you can see this huge hulking figure with bulging muscles, kind of a salt and pepper, scraggly beard, hair tied back into a bun, kind of little man. And like walks past and taps your head.
Is this guy bigger than me?
Yes, he's about 7 foot.
I'm looking up, just like.
Did you invent a new character just to bully Kruger?
Why is no one talking back to you?
Because people don't like to pay attention to... Well, I'm not from here either. I've only been here for maybe like a day or two. I'm just out looking for work, trying to be an adventurer and try to make my name among the world,
Wait, I remember we got that person, we got that people's attention
Yes.
before.
I'm sure we can do it.
And then I just grab one of the random person's shoulder.
Okay.
I'll give you to roll an investigation check because you have been asking people. You just reach out to grab somebody random's shoulder.
Yeah.
You can see a frail-looking old woman. Her hair's like all gone white, kind of frizzy at the ends. She's got spectacles kind of down low. Yes!
Hello, we are looking for a barrel.
Do you know where we can find Barrel?
Oh, by the gods.
Yes, we're looking for Barrel. You know Barrel. I don't know if you know.
Tortoise.
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 A tortoise!
Kruger, what is...
We're looking for Barrel.
Kruger, what...
And then she kind of points over at a large wooden barrel. That's a barrel!
Well, I mean, technically yes, but not the barrel we're after. Hi.
So, are you gonna show her the parchment or anything? It kind of moves her glasses back up though, hanging on her head, and kind of brings it right in close. Tortoise missing barrel! Kind of pushes it down. Well, this address here is just up the road! And kind of points to like what appears to be a tavern of some sort. You can see people kind of swinging in and out of the doorway, kind of pushing past other people to get in. It's kind of an oddly shaped tavern. It's leaning to the side, so it gives it a kind of angular appearance, and there are various different wood colours that have been used to patch up holes and things. There's kind of a rusted wooden sign hanging, but it's too far away to see exactly what it's saying. What did you roll in your investigation check?
11.
11, not too bad. So, before you were talking to this older woman, you kind of spy out of the corner of your eye a figure emerging from a narrow laneway. Leah, would you like to introduce your character?
So a tall figure wearing bright red robes that are adorned with white ruffles and bandages across their arms walks down. They have a very stern and mean looking face, and they're kind of just like looking around the Omerum and not really paying attention to other people around them. Yes.
Okay. So from where you emerge from this labyrinthian laneway, you can see it sprawled over cobblestones and campsites, weaving in between fields of green and gold, and strung up in between narrow alleyways like the one that you came from. Tents of all colours dominate the landscape, dwarfing the ramshackle waypoint city of Omerum. The hastily cobbled together festival seems to bleed into all facets of life in the city. Shop fronts are decorated with paper banners and signs, beckoning passers-by into their shops. Children duck and weave in between the legs of adults and dodge around stalls as they play together. Across from you, you can see a small wooden stage has been set up, currently playing host to a band of lyre players and men that kind of dance and twirl to a jaunty rhythm that leaks outwards in between the gaps in conversation. A crowd larger than expected from such a small farming town has amassed around the stage, kind of clapping along to the music and cheering on the entertainers. Above them you can see suspended between lantern posts and narrow alleyways strings of lanterns and banners of bright fabric that bounce up and down, where little birds land on top of them and zip about, and where like huge hulking figures kind of have to duck under the wires and make their way past. But you do see this trio of colourful characters in a sea of white linen and brown leather that kind of stand out to you.
I definitely see Meg and Loki's characters chatting amongst each other about what a barrel is.
We're looking for an animal, not a piece of wood.
She pointed at that place there that people are going in. Should we go there?
I guess so.
What is that place?
It's a bar or a tavern.
Do I have tavern? I assume we...
Yeah, you would have a tavern, like an inn or gathering place.
Oh, we have those as well. They served a nice fizzy drinks. Very good.
Yeah, it's where people just go to be merry and play games and sing really loud.
Sing! I like sing!
At this point in time, I am just standing, like, aside to the laneway so people can still walk through. I'm just standing there, and I'm just staring at this group of people that are talking amongst themselves about barrels and singing and fizzy drinks. I'm just, like, looking at them, and I'm just like...
what are all of your passive perception? Are you trying to be stealthy, or you're just...
Oh no, I am just staring.
My
11.
passive perception's 13.
Okay.
Which one is it? This one.
I'm making myself
You don't
a
have to
perception
roll.
score.
Oh,
What
you're
was I
15.
thinking?
15?
Oh.
Okay. Madeline, you definitely see Nadria standing there.
Hi.
Who are you saying hello to? We got a coin as well.
It's being over here. They just seem to be watching us. I just thought I might say hello.
That's very nice of you. Hello, being!
How are you?
Oh, okay.
Just
We're
this
doing
huge
this.
figure turns, and you can see the plague doctor mask.
Yeah, the eyes glow slightly. Hello, being!
Well, that was right. Yeah, good job, DuPont.
Hi.
Do you know where we can find a
What is your
barrel?
name? And where is Beryl?
barrel is there. I point to another barrel. I point to another barrel next to us.
No.
Bright light.
That's just I don't know what that is.
That is a barrel.
The old lady thought that as well. But
Barrel
we're
is a
looking for
tortoise.
Tortoise. We're looking for tortoise.
Hi, down here. We're looking for.
At this point, I like put my head down and I just kind of like look up and down and I'm just like, hi.
Hi. You're very tall.
I am.
Okay. We're not looking for barrels.
We're looking for barrel.
We're looking for. We're just gonna pull out the flyer. Barrel.
You're looking for a missing pet.
Yeah.
Like Wildo.
Quildor.
Just begins to growl again.
I think he likes you.
Why would you bring that thing with you?
That thing, he is my
The
friend.
growling intensified.
I wouldn't make it mad if I were you.
He's my friend.
He got mad by me just existing.
Don't make it worse.
Quildor puts out fizzy drink from mouth.
I wouldn't drink that if I were you.
So I'm guessing you haven't seen the pet.
No, I have not seen your missing pet.
Do you want to help us?
Can an Elbin drink?
I'm sure there'll be more. I'm sure there'll be money.
Yes,
in
you should help us.
it. We
The
honestly,
more help we can get.
we're kind of lost. So
right?
the more help we can get, the better. Honestly.
He wants me to help you find a missing pet.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah. Why not?
it'll be fun.
Don't even know who I am and I don't even know who you
Oh,
are.
what's your name?
Why is she like
What is your
accent?
name?
Nadria.
Nadria.
Nice.
Wow, that's a cool name.
Hello, I am Abeland.
I am Maylin.
I'm Krugar, the small.
I can see that.
Oh no! I know. Everybody's just bullying.
I'm gonna go, it's okay, and just pat him on the head.
A small tear runs down from my eye. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm used to it.
Alright. What are you guys doing now? You're just kind of walking down towards the tavern?
I feel like I'm obligated to follow along because these two are so ecstatic by me helping find the barrel that I just...
Nadria, they're not from around here. If you couldn't pick that
Oh
up.
no, I couldn't tell at all.
Like they're not from around here, though. You'll see what I mean.
I'm so excited to find Barrel.
I love a barrel.
So as you guys are kind of walking down towards the tavern, it's about a 5-minute walk. Spinning it around to kind of head that way, you can see a commotion that's arising from one of the stalls nearby, where people are kind of amassing in a ring around it, and you can see two figures, one figure on one side of the table and one kind of, obviously the stall keeper, the person who's running things. He's kind of waving their arms around and pointing at the figure that's standing at the table. And it seems to have drawn a lot of attention that direction. People are kind of flooding that way.
So we can all see this?
Yes, you can all see it.
Cool. I point over to them and I'll be like, do you think that someone from that crowd would know where Barrel is?
I guess there's only one way to find out.
Excusez-moi!
Okay, you're a little ways away, so they can't exactly hear you over the music and like the throng of people around, but you kind of push your way through the crowd, I'm assuming, to see what's happening. You can hear just at the tail end, I don't know what you're talking about, this is a perfectly legitimate business! He's back. Sandra, would you like to describe a character, please, standing on the other end of the stall?
Apparently, I don't know what I'm doing here just yet. I'm sort of figuring my way around the store, sort of being generally sales savvy, sort of touching things and picking things up, trying to evaluate them in a pretense of not looking at the item that I particularly want.
Manning the store, you can see a slight dark-skinned individual, hair braided on the right side of the head, don't know my rights, and kind of a mess of curls. Kind of a mess of curls on the left side that's spilling out in front of their eyes. So, compared to a lot of the people in this crowd, this figure has horn-rimmed spectacles and kind of dressing in a paisley patterned tie and like a clean white pressed shirt and a leather just the handle.
We're trying to be respectful.
And a leather waistcoat, all kind of in perfect condition, and seems to be yelling at your character. Do you want to describe a character?
So my character is a tiefling, red, sort of in dad jorts with some sandals currently, and some bootlaces tied together, slung over the shoulder. In that classic, I don't want to wear my boots right now, but I don't really have a place to put my boots, with a satchel by its side. Look, you know what I want. You know what I'm after. We can just forget this business and come up with a clear transaction. This doesn't have to be difficult.
I'm afraid I have no idea what you're talking about. All we sell is pickles, but we have big aspirations.
I'm a business savvy guy. I'm hungry, supply and demand. You're a business savvy guy. You're probably not as hungry. Supply, demand. No, demand, supply.
I only ever eat things that are pickled or are liquid.
What pickled things do you have? What all 8 pickled things do you have?
I have certainly more than 8, I'll tell you that.
And kind of rifles through and like begins pulling out like jars and like slamming them.
Can you list them all?
List them all. I've got pickled cabbage, I've got pickled lettuce, pickled gherkins, cucumbers, carrots, and all of these sorts of things. But this, I know this is what you like. And like it brings out a huge jar. Kind of a small, it's kind of obscured by a dark briny liquid. Passes it over to you and you can see that there are an unidentified object inside.
Now I know what this is. But you tell me what you think it is, because I'm not gonna.
You know what this is? It's a delicacy.
I'm not gonna value it above what you think it's valued. I'm here as a sales.
I'm not haggling with you.
We're not haggling right now. You tell me what it's worth. You tell me what you think this is worth.
You never seen this before? It's a pickled rat penis.
This is huge.
No, there's a lot of them in there.
How many are we talking?
And kind of begins to count those figures.
Oh, probably about 52.
I reckon these are worth about a copper piece per penis.
You're a bullshit artist is what you are. I'm not paying that to you.
Oh, you're not paying anything.
I meant the sale.
Yeah, you're not paying anything. I think
You're an asshole is what you are.
I think I want these and you're not selling them. Who around here is buying these?
Who around here is buying? You don't see all of this business.
And there's like groups of people who are kind of like lingering. But one of them has like a small jar in their hand, kind of just like holding it.
Of rat penises? Or
Make a
like
perception check.
Where's my D20? Here it is.
6.
And it's not going to be plus
Hard
much.
to see. It's a dark, briny liquid. You're not too sure what's in there. Kind of looks like a similar viscosity to the one that you're holding.
Look, I've been around places, and I don't want to keep your time for too long.
Well, you clearly ain't never been anywhere where they're eating rat penis is what I'm saying here.
Oh, I haven't. I don't know where the fuck you've been. I say under my breath. Look, I hear a bit of fermented cabbage is great for the gut. I'm all about gut
Mr.
health.
Dillon for the gut.
I'll
You know
take
what else is good for virility? Rat penis!
I'll take 2 jars of fermented cabbage if you please.
You're right, I guess so.
And kind of takes the rat penis jar, puts it back in a really. It looks like there are a lot of locks on this chest. Kind of puts it in like a slot, and then just.
It's been a day.
That'll be 5 copper pieces.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I fork out 5 copper pieces out of my little satchel. You know, the classic, like, filter through it. I pull out my big stack of copper
He
pieces.
takes them and checks every single one to make sure it's legit. Kind of just like bends it a little
bites
bit.
it.
Yeah, bites it. And then
Yeah.
it's kind of, all right, pleasure doing business with you.
Do I look across and see anything?
I
You
am
can see-
staring at you like,
Never had a rat penis?
fortunately not.
Hearing that, he kind of turns around and goes, "If you ever want a rat penis, I got plenty here."
What is a rat?
Rat penis.
This guy sells them.
What is a...
What's the nutritional value
How
with
does
them?
he
Great for your virility.
obtain the rat penises?
Obviously by killing them.
What?
No,
You killed rats?
No.
He pushes forward. No,
Not the
we don't kill the
friends.
rats. These die by natural causes. We believe in using in all of the parts of the animal,
If it's natural
including the
causes, it's
Top to
full of
tail.
disease.
top to tail. That's the spirit.
From what I remember from the books, rats are a vector for disease and you should not eat them if they're dead.
That's
Now
actually a
you're smarter.
misconception. That was the fleas that was the issue, not the rats. Rats are actually quite clean.
Rats are very clean.
I've learned something new today. How about that?
I unfortunately have to.
You have
Well,
to
are
learn
you
something
buying
new.
anything? And kind of looks
have
out
to
at all of you.
Oh.
T-double
We're
O.
looking for barrel.
T-double-O?
A barrel? I got a barrel here and kind of points over to
TWO.
a barrel that you can
No,
see. It's like
two is an also.
T-double-O.
Cabbage. Like that's you got a.
Not
a
that
large
barrel,
one.
not that barrel. We've been told that barrel, but it's not that barrel.
What are you
We're
guys
looking
looking
for
for?
barrel. Tortoise.
Oh my god, I've seen so many tortoises on my adventures. I've been around.
Just like my character, because like I'm not used to all this spells. How does it smell?
How does
How does the pickling smell? Like that
Oh my
skull?
god, you want to try a rat penis. They are a delicacy of this area.
A delicacy.
Lovely.
You can see he's kind of gone over to serve other people. It's very. It smells quite sour. There's a bit of kind of you can see jars that are fermenting across the back of the shelves here. You can see also there are some kind of that still appear to be bubbling in cups and kind of vials and things
You don't
like
want
that.
those ones.
It smells almost bitter and sharp.
I'm just like coughing a little bit.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Smells a bit awful in here.
It
Good
smells.
thing you got a mask on. I don't want any of that shit around here. If you're not gonna buy anything, get the hell out.
Oh,
And it's kind of like in the
I'm
process of writing down.
I'm like, why is there feces in this area?
yeah, they don't have this where I'm from.
Well, you said shit, and that is translated to poo right in common. Like, why is there poo around?
Hey, I wouldn't mess with him. He knows his stuff.
I'm beginning to think that you guys are bad for business.
We're just looking for barrel. You said you've seen tortoise.
I've seen so many tortoises.
Have you seen barrel?
What we do is we store them on ships when we go overseas because they're like live snacks. So you keep them alive for longer and then you can keep the meat fresher for longer.
You ate barrel?
You ate tortoise?
Was he on a ship? Because we may have a problem.
No. We're looking for this address.
Oh my god, that's just down the street. Let me take you there. It's literally so close.
Oh. Well, that was very helpful.
I think I
It's
know
pretty
where the address
close.
is.
Yeah.
I've been here
And-
for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you are, sir?
Oh, I'm June. Juniper for long, but really, people prefer the short one.
June.
I don't know why I started with that.
I'm Cougar, and this is the rest of the merry gang of outsiders.
Hi, I am
I'm
Avalon.
Maylin.
I've always wanted to be part of a gang. There just seems to be like such a sense of community with it. And so I'm really happy to be
Have
here.
you guys moved beyond the story? You still
Yeah.
No, I can't
Okay.
deal with the smell. I'm gonna throw up if I
I
stay
guess
here.
I'll lead the way to the address. I extend a hand. Just to see what happens.
I'm going to extend a hand as well, but not do anything with it. I'm going to extend like the wrong hand and just extend it.
Oh, cool. So we've extended the same hand. Can you
Oh, yeah,
extend the
that
other
one.
We'll do like a... okay.
What is this?
We'll try like a backwards handshake.
I'm just completely like still. I'm just like
Right.
holding it.
I'm
Guys,
just looking in
um,
confusion.
No, okay, I guess that works.
That's fun.
Leave them be.
We should do that again sometime.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
just extended his
I'm sorry,
hand and I
where are
extended
my
my
manners?
hand.
Hey,
Oh, we're doing this now.
look, it's fun. It's fun.
You know what? It kind of is.
No, I'm into it.
I
You
don't know
guys
what I
begin
just
to
did.
make
You
your way.
Ah,
Yes.
what?
It's great. Go on.
Hey! That's cool! Come on, you know you wanna.
No.
Aww.
I think you did it wrong. It's actually this way. It's actually this.
No.
It's actually this way.
Don't worry, we'll wear her down.
Alright,
Let me take you.
Okay,
As
thank
you
you.
guys begin to walk down the street, kind of pushing past people, making your way through the crowd to this tavern. You see that the address that's on the parchment itself is actually different to the number that's on the tavern. So one of them says 56, the other one says 65.
No.
Turning the paper isn't going to change anything.
You
If
never
it's a
know.
6, it'll actually become a 9 the other way.
Are we looking for the number 9?
Depends, is the paper upside down or what?
I'm pretty sure it's written right, but the numbers are different.
Shocking.
Oh god. Oh gods. Okay.
You can see in front of the tavern there's a large figure that a large furbolg figure that is kind of got their arms crossed, leaned up against the back, kind of looks like their eyes are closed, but you can see their ear twitching forwards and backwards. It seems to open an eye as you guys approach, kind of bickering amongst each other. What do you guys like to do?
Hi.
You said
Hi.
Furbolg, yeah.
Never seen one
Looks
before.
looks straight, looks down at you. Well, hey there.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Have you seen Barrel?
Yeah.
Tortoise.
Tortoise?
Tortoise.
Barrel.
Barrel.
Barrel the
Bar-
tortoise.
Yes.
That's a nice name.
He's
can't
lost.
say I have, but I mean,
We're kind of lost, and we keep getting the directions wrong.
takes the parchment from you, looks at the really crudely, like almost childlike drawing of a tortoise, looks down at it. You know what? This is a pretty good likeness of a tortoise, and kind of just like keeps looking at it for a bit. You know, I think I saw one around a campsite. Don't know if that was near here or not, though. And kind of passes it back to you.
Oh, thank you. Is it near all those tents where all the carts and stuff are?
Might have been. Kind of just shrugs and.
I'll hold the shit up. Well, thank you. Thank you very much for your help. Maybe we'll go and look over there.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being so helpful.
Pleasant to meet ya. I like your mushrooms.
Thanks.
Rock on.
Yeah, he likes the mushrooms.
Oh.
I don't understand either.
My dad told me about that sort of stuff. He said just steer way clear of that.
What?
Oh,
Don't worry.
Nothing.
Away from me?
no.
Is it because of my mushroom?
No, your mushrooms are really cool. They're just certain weirdly colorful ones that when you
Those
lick
ones are red and
them.
white. Are those
No, they're normal.
colours?
Yeah, but no, these ones are more like orangey. Like the more orangey ones, if you like lick them and stuff, you can see colors and you can feel shapes
That
and
sounds
stuff.
like a great time. Why
No,
is your dad telling you
from what?
to
No,
do
my
this?
dad said never to do that.
I've been taught not to
Yeah.
lick.
Yeah, no, my dad said never to touch those. Apparently,
Mushrooms can make you feel shapes, dude. That's nice.
yeah. So my dad was right. Yeah, apparently they're not really good for your brain.
Mushrooms have that ability.
The tents!
Try to pull one out so I can lick
Oh, don't! That looks
Would
like
you
it
like
hurts.
to lick one? We could try. If you get to see shapes and colours.
Oh my god, I've only ever done
You'll have
this
to
in
like
one other
persuade
place
me.
across
I'm
the
not
country.
sure I want to do that.
Okay.
I'll lick it.
Tents.
Yeah? Go for it.
I'll
Remember
lick a
barrel?
mushroom.
Tastes
Remember
kinda
barrel?
salty.
Barrel?
Is
Yes.
that
Salt.
The
Have you seen
tents.
Barrel?
Maybe in the tents. Maybe we should go there instead of talking about mushrooms.
What does it taste?
Ah.
Do you want to lick a mushroom?
June.
I like
June.
Obviously not.
June. What does it
Some right
taste
here.
like?
Like
Can you see shapes and colours?
Not yet.
Can
Give
you
me.
see shapes and colours?
Not yet, apparently.
Everything is monochrome. June.
June is canonically now
You
colorblind
can't see any shapes.
and poor eyesight. I'm writing that in.
I'm taking note of quotes that I think are funny, so that's one of them.
So you guys begin to. Nadria, you kind of begin walking off, just
Oh, wait up!
confident powering through the group.
To the tent to find the toys that you made me help look for.
Oh, right, let's go.
Wait for me!
What's your perception?
Road trip. Road trip. Yes, these are roads.
Path trip.
Path trip.
I mean, technically it's a road for caravans.
Following
and cars.
behind
We're on a
Nadria,
journey.
who's power walking through this group, people kind of part and like duck out of the way and like, oh shit! And like just.
So that's how you do it.
Yeah.
I try to walk exactly like her.
You can see people kind of dodge out of the way of you as well, kind of.
What?
The fuck?
Whilst that's happening, I'm just walking behind. I'm just walking behind Kruger, just at 6'4". Just normally, just staring at people.
okay.
Like
Like,
a bounce.
Now-
like my,
I'm
like
feeling
my,
it.
like my eyes
Feeling
are
it.
glowing, and I'm just looking behind him.
People kind of turn their heads as you guys pass. So like,
I wave.
you can get like a
I'm
couple
just
of kids
staring
waving
at
and like
people
look really
like,
excited
wow.
and like whisper to each other like, "Oh shit, he looks really cool."
We're looking for a tortoise!
Has anybody seen Barrel?
And people are just kind of like, you can hear some choruses of no, nope, nope, and like as you go past.
Tortoise, bring out your tortoise.
Bring out your dead!
Barrel, where are you?
Producing a bell and nowhere to the British are coming in. You guys eventually make your way to the tent campsite. You can see that when you guys entered, the cart that people were stacking with supplies has actually since moved on. There's indentations from when it had passed by. If you guys are looking specifically for a tortoise, what would you guys like to do? You're just looking for around the area for a tortoise, or you're following to see if you can find tracks, or you're going to ask people around the site? You can see
Hey,
various
Kruger.
tents.
Yeah.
You've got the poster, haven't you? We'll go ask people.
Well, I mean, we've been doing that for ages now, and no one's really helped or,
You know,
or knows.
It's about unicorn hunting, though. You're looking for that one person that knows. 99% of people won't know.
What does a unicorn have to do with this?
You don't know what a unicorn is?
No, I know what a unicorn is. It's read in like
Well, they're
fairy
red
tales and
What's a
stories.
What's a unicorn?
Yeah.
You don't know what a unicorn is?
I know what they are. They're like four-legged things, and they've got one big horn.
You ever heard of a
They're
horse?
really pretty.
It's like
Imagine a horse with a knife.
and in the middle of its head.
Yeah, they're really
Facing outwards, not inwards.
They're really friendly things.
I don't
really.
think there are horses in the forests.
You don't have horses. Do you know what a horse is?
I grab my sword.
Okay.
And I do like a rough etching in the dirt of what a horse looks like.
Imagine
Like-
a deer.
like-
Roll
A
a
deer with a
performance
single-
check for me,
a
please.
deer-
Oh,
Single
okay,
horn.
excellent.
Oh!
We'll
Performance.
see how good your
Strange.
likeness of a horse is.
No, I reroll ones.
No.
Nat 20.
No, that's another one. So 3.
Looks kind of like a circle with like another smaller like oval on top, and then like some legs that are just
Look.
lines.
That's a unicorn.
My sister was the artsy one. I didn't pick up that skill. I tried.
I'm looking down, and I'm like, you didn't really do the glory of the unicorn that much justice.
I think I understand from deer.
Deer with
Deer
one horn.
With
What
Well,
is-
you can
what-
actually see
what
that
is a
there
deer?
are a handful of
Oh,
horses
dear.
that are kind
Literally,
of...
this entire time I am pointing to a horse. I'm just standing there, I'm just pointing to the horse.
They're like horses that are affixed to
What is
troughs
that?
and like hitched to posts.
A horse.
I'm gonna look at
Oh,
it.
is that what those
Like a
are?
bear
They're
with a
so cool.
I'm gonna
Are
look
there,
at it like,
are there some
It's got two
unicorns as
horns.
well?
Like a, you know those cows? that-
Unicorns
Yeah,
aren't
yeah,
real.
yeah.
They're just fairy tales.
that's a lie. They are. It's
What
a
is a
dream
fairy
plane.
tale?
From your dream plane.
It's a real place.
A fairy tale's like
Are you
a
from there as
make-believe
well?
story
Yeah.
that you tell children to make them sleep better at night and tell happy tales.
We'll sleep worse at
They
night.
help us. We
As
put
you
them in your
guys
dreams.
are clustered on the outskirts of this campsite, you can see a skinny, kind of gaunt-looking figure approaching you with shoulder-length platinum blonde hair. Part of it is it's like a half up, half down situation, kind of walking towards you in a really kind of intricate red and black doublet, and kind of a beige tan coloured shirt, kind of striding towards you. All right, what are you all doing here?
They're looking at horses.
Actually,
We're trying to find Barrel.
The
a
tortoise.
turtle.
Tortoise.
Barrel.
What is turtle?
It's like a tortoise.
You know how
But
my full name
different.
is Juniper, but sometimes people call me June?
Mm-hmm.
Turtle? Tortoise.
Ha!
Actually, I don't think that's the case.
That's alright.
Pretty
Complexity
sure that-
is difficult for him.
What? I just don't. I'm not. It's not that complexity's
I'm
hard.
not-
Well,
It's
if you're clustering around the area, I've got something for you. If you're looking to buy anything, I'm your guy, Octavius.
Do you have a tortoise?
Or
Because-
or
Do you
way
have
back to
Barrel?
I have many barrels.
Do you have one that's also a tortoise?
A tortoise with the name Barrel.
You
Yes!
wanna-
That's it.
You know, I don't think that I have one, but I know someone who might. And then they kind of, and just like strides onwards.
Oh, I guess we're
Yeah.
following him now.
By the way, if you ever wanted to, unmat your hair, I've got something perfect for you. If you want to look slick and trim.
I like my hair as it is.
Well, you don't want to look better, you don't want to feel more confident in yourself.
Do I not look okay? Am I not acceptable?
You know what? I'm going to leave that. I don't want to scare you, but I'm going to go on. Just kind of keep striding
I
forward.
reckon this one you can sell some great grease to, though.
Grease, I've got plenty of that.
What is grease?
It'll make your hair even more,
Even more.
whatever it is.
Even more sleek, slick, and
That's what
shiny.
we call the thing we throw on the spirits and
Why
set
would
them
I
on
want
fire
to do
with.
that?
We
It
set
looks
them on
better.
fire with
You
grease.
set spirits on fire in your dream plane.
It's how we stop the nightmares. We help you guys. We're here to help.
Stopping the nightmares, yes.
As you guys begin to follow behind,
I'm doing a good
he's
job
not-
if I have nightmares.
He's not stopping to wave to you
I
guys.
have
He's just
nightmares.
walking past to
I can help with that.
a tent that's got the flap closed and drawn. It's a heavy white canvas tent. It's actually set up relatively close to another tent of a similar kind, though that flap is open. He seems to stride straight up to the closed tent and knock on it a little bit, kind of like tapping the flap and kind of shaking it a little bit to try and get somebody's attention. Says, "Anybody in there?" He kind of waits a second. You press towards it. You guys don't hear any movement from inside. You can see he kind of flicks past and looks in. Well, I don't see anybody in here, but there is a tortoise.
We'll take it.
Is it Barrel?
I feel like that might be frowned upon. We don't know if this is Barrel.
Why can't we
Insight
just
check.
take Barrel?
They didn't even roll inside check.
He's very persistent. 10.
Seems like he knows that there's a tortoise in there, but doesn't really know.
Can I do an assist? What you want to do is look at the corners of the mouth for micro movements. That's how you tell when someone's telling you the truth, sort of thing.
Well,
Sweat.
for next time, I'll get you to announce that you're gonna
Yeah.
make an assist roll beforehand, but this time you can roll.
Oh, okay, cool. Ooh, much better. 19.
What can I tell you about this guy? He seems like a typical snake oil salesman. He doesn't seem like he... You believe that because he's trying to help you guys out here, he thinks that he'll get business from you guys if he's helping you out. It doesn't seem like he really cares too much about the tortoise, but He seems to have led you to a tent with a tortoise in it.
Shall we take tortoise?
Hang on. I think we can do business elsewhere.
No, we
What
could
do you
just
mean?
we could just take it and see
No.
it's
How do you know this is not Barrel? Why don't we take
You
him
guys-
anyway?
You guys don't know that there's a tortoise in there. He's closed the flap again.
Oh,
He's
okay.
just told you that there's a tortoise in there.
Oh,
It's
There is
It
both
seems
a
very
tortoise and not a tortoise in there.
it seems
It's
very
floating as
convenient
tortoise.
that he just happens to have a tortoise that may or may not be the one we're looking for.
Well, by all means, you're more than welcome to have a look inside.
Can I go inside?
Yeah, if you want to push past, he kind of steps back, lets you go past.
I'll
I'll
follow.
push past.
I'm
Go
gonna
inside.
stay outside.
yeah, I'm outside. I'm not
It's
going
a
in.
relatively it's a relatively clean place. You can see that there is a tortoise lying on a kind of handful of furs and kind of blankets pressed up in a corner. It doesn't seem like there's not on its back. I should preface that, but yeah, it just seems to be like on furs and things.
Could that
but-
be Barrel?
Is there one in there?
I think this is Barrel.
I would like to
Take it.
cast. Oh, do you have something to say?
All I said was take it.
Oh, Beast Bond.
Okay.
You establish a telepathic link with one beast you touch that is friendly to you or charmed by you. The spell fails if the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher. Hopefully it's not a smart turtle. Until the spell ends, you can communicate telepathic messages to it, and it can telepathically communicate simple emotions and concepts back to you.
First spell.
And it's got more, but it doesn't matter for now. And I'll pick up a bit of from my jacket, as well as the required materials. I shall incant the spell upon the turtle.
Okay.
Hopefully it's friendly to me. If it's not, we've got a problem.
It seems friendly.
Okay, good. Are you Barrel?
Hell yeah, man.
Is it Barrel? We got Barrel! This is Barrel. Hey, Barrel.
What's up, Barrel?
Hey, man.
We've got a poster for you. Would you like to come with us?
Sure, man.
That's consent.
That's consent.
You can see Barrel kind of tilts the head towards the poster. Oh, little Timmy's been doing art again.
Is little Timmy around?
Around the area?
Does he frequent this tent?
Not that I know of.
He is both lost and Barrel. We have ourselves a great time.
How
Okay.
big is Barrel?
Barrel's relatively small. I'd say probably about that big.
Okay, can I just pick Barrel up?
Yeah.
I
You
am
can see his
Come here,
legs kind
Barrel.
of like slowly flailing a little
I've
bit.
got Barrel!
Barrel!
Whoa,
Wait, you found him?
You should
Yes,
probably
look, it's
ask
Oh,
before you
what?
pick anything up.
Put it
man.
down. Put it down.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Barrel.
Hey Barrel, can we pick you up and take you to Timmy?
I mean, you could ask the first time and I would
I know,
have
that was
said
out
yes, but now I don't think I want to.
I'm very
Okay.
sorry. I'm not
Like-
very used to
Can you speak
people.
to...
This is a telepathic
Oh, yeah,
connection.
wait, no, sorry.
Okay. A moral dilemma, you see.
What's
I
happening?
could see Barrel's just beginning to like head towards the deck flap.
Barrel,
Oh,
Where's
I will
Barrel
give
going?
you fresh lettuce as apology, and could we take you to Timmy?
Sure thing, man.
Barrel says you can now pick it up. Do you have any lettuce?
No.
Didn't you buy some of that pickled lettuce?
I open my little jar of
Yeah.
cabbage and I offer it to Barrel.
I don't know if you're supposed to, if they're supposed to eat fermented cabbage, but
It's only a little bit.
He begins to chew at the cabbage and
Oh, I
kind of
think
just
he likes it.
slowly chews at it.
Let's get out of here.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Let's go, Barrel.
As Maylin is
job,
like
guys.
coming out with this tortoise in her hands, I'm just like,
Say hi to Barrel.
Hi, Barrel!
Hey, little fella.
He's
Guy,
so cute.
can't
Could you
believe we
talk to
actually
it
found
too?
you.
I can't
Spent
talk
half the
to
day
them.
looking for you.
I'm very upset.
unfortunate that you couldn't talk to the tortoise.
I wish I could. Is Barrel nice?
Don't tell me that they can talk to the tortoise. Could
June could talk to the tortoise. June, is Barrel nice?
Yeah, Barrel's a friendly little lad.
Ah,
Bit slow.
I wish I could talk to him.
That tracks.
Yeah.
That honestly tracks. Yeah.
You can see that Octavius has moved on to the tent with an open flap now, and kind of has their head poking in. Appears to be talking to somebody. You can see them gesturing, though you can't quite hear.
The turtle will be fine, but it will have irritation to its eyes, nose, mouth, and airways.
Oh
Oh my god!
Oh no! We've condemned Barrel to
to an uncomfortable, like, week.
a poor Baba.
Barrel begins to like spit out this fermented cabbage. Just onto it. A bit of it,
Barrel, are you okay?
a bit of it splashes onto your shoe.
Oh.
That's okay. That'll come off. I'm sure.
I
You
don't
can
mind.
see Barrel's legs, they just kind of like steadily move.
Barrel, are you okay? I'm just holding him like a
Hey,
burger.
June, can you ask Barrel where his home is? If he, I guess he wouldn't. I thought otherwise
Little
he would be
Timmy.
lost.
Little
Timmy.
Timmy's where we're headed. Little Timmy's home. Home isn't a place. Home is where...
Little Timmy
The heart
is.
is.
Home is where little Timmy is.
That makes sense.
I think little
yes.
Timmy is on the address.
Around
Like,
this-
wait.
Which we've been trying to find
Around
all
this
damn
time-
day.
You guys can, you hear a, kind of a loud ting, 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 as like something appears to be dropped inside the tent next to it.
What the?
What was that?
What was that?
And see, Octavius has disappeared entirely into the tent.
Investigation.
Maybe wait. Quietly, in case it's something dangerous.
Leaving before
Roll.
investigation.
Roll a stealth check. Are you all stealthing? Or are you
I
just,
am
like,
standing there in disbelief.
I do it with
I am so sick of this.
I'll stand there because I
scorpion
don't know what's happening.
you
Yo,
can see the turtles
you with
just
Timmy?
steadily-
Wait, Barrel?
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 I'm just gonna be following Kruger without even
We're
bothering
getting
to
out
help me. I'm like, whoop.
We're not stealthing.
Yeah, I'm not
as you are,
stealthing either.
as you are creeping up steadily in front of everybody else towards this tent blast,
Guys.
you just slow to a stop, but all of a sudden Abelard, who's right behind you, kind of pushes into you, and you go
Whoa.
flying into the side of the tent and tumble through.
Kruger!
Kruger, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Inside the tent itself, as you begin to dust yourself off, you see Octavius is standing kind of in the centre next to the large figure that had patted you on the head and said, "Little man," earlier. Kind of is dusting himself off from where you kind of tumbled in. Well, good to see you can join us. Inside the tent itself, you can see that there are papers strewn all across the various crates and tables that line its interior. Odd-shaped vials and bulbous glass containers are placed haphazardly into an open tray, some spilling outwards and laying on the grass below. Strips of hammered copper and steel are pinned by large rusted stakes into the oak table below, with small offcuts of what appears to be gold and silver curled into ribbons and strewn in between small bands and trinkets of metal and leather. Suspended in a kind of metal frame with a trapeze and harness to keep it aloft is what appears to be a humanoid being of some kind, made completely of a shiny, sleek, dark metal. The object rotates gently, its arms kind of articulating smoothly with the help of this large hulking figure that appears to be occupying the space and next to Octavius. And is kind of piloting this metal contraption that keeps this humanoid creature in place. An enormous white oak table is placed front and centre within the tent's interior, far bigger and more ornate than the other workbenches that litter the space. On its surface is a glass apparatus filled with a viscous maroon liquid, made of multiple different chambers that drift up and down gently and kind of rotate in place above metal platforms. Connected by thin tubes of glass and metal coils that give off steam, the quiet hissing of valves opening and closing and the dull thud of pistons impacting fill the space. A set of well-worn, heavy leather tools rest on the table, made from a deep blue metal of some kind, with coins next to it, and rich leather wrapped around the handles. To the side of the table sits a rack made of the same ornate wood with similar tools resting inside it. Though it doesn't resemble a stately dining table, the legs are carved in clear patterns of gears, hammers, and wrenches. From the opening of the tent, where you guys are all clustered, you can barely make out some runes that are scratched into the wood at the corners of the heavy table, and what appears to be like a face of some kind lining the front drawers, though it's currently being obscured by that large figure that had turned to look that you guys encountered earlier.
Can I approach to look at the runes and see if they mean anything to me or if I understand what they are?
You can read Giant, is that correct?
No, I cannot.
I can.
Not yet. It looks familiar. I know it's giant, but it's a...
Don't worry. I've been around.
Oh.
I've seen a few things. It's a big continent. I got this one.
Oh, thank you.
You get it next time.
Yeah, what does it say?
Runes that are carved into this dining table appear to have the words Gearsmith on them.
Gearsmith?
Gearsmith.
Sounds like a rock band or something.
Or it could have something to do with the humanoid thing there.
Maybe they're in a rock band.
Can someone lift me up, please?
I'll try and
I can
lift.
do it again.
Roll a strength check again, whoever's lifting Kruger
Can
up.
I assist you in
try?
your strength check? Hey,
Oh,
my
well, we could
strength is...
both.
What is your strength?
I did get... mine is +4.
Mine is
That's
-2.
Oh, that was stealth.
Feather.
Oh,
Ah,
Feather.
plus
+2.
still better than... Yeah.
The huge figure kind of has gone back to piloting this humanoid figure that's kind of suspended in this trapeze of some kind, and is kind of using a small hammer to hit pins in place on what appears to be an elbow joint.
Oh, so it's moving.
It's kind of it's not moving. He's articulating it himself. So he's holding up the trapeze itself is suspended and kind of spins.
The humanoid metal thing is moving.
Not by itself. So he's moving it. He's like lifting an arm.
Who's he?
One of the huge figure that's in the room.
Oh, I thought the huge figure was the
No,
structure.
no.
Okay.
There's somebody who's working on this metal being.
What? Wow, this thing is really cool.
Vey.
Huh?
Oy vey, I say loudly enough to draw enough attention to announce our presence in the room.
But Octavius is still staring at you. But the other figure kind of turns his head and then goes back.
You wouldn't understand.
What? Excuse me. What is this? It's a man made of metal. It looks really cool.
You see Octavius turns to the figure, kind of leaning over. Yes, what is this? A metal contraption that you're working on? And
Does he need a heart? Because I know a guy who can give him a shit ton of rat penises.
You see the figure turns and looks at you directly. Little man, he is back.
Oh,
Little man, I agree with you on that one.
Little man.
I stick my head.
yes. We all know I'm little. We don't need to keep rubbing it in.
Kruger doesn't like being pointed out. He
Thank
says
you,
that
Javon.
those people are bullies. Yeah. That's what you call them.
I apologize then, little man. This is an Arkanoid.
Uh-huh.
Metal machine.
Like a person?
Almost. I think they are people, but
Is he
depends.
sleeping or is he...
Oh, this one is very rare. It doesn't work. I'm trying to get it to work.
Oh.
What's it missing?
It's Horavox core. It's not functional.
Put some of that dream plane magic in it and it'll work.
I am not sure I follow.
Ask that one over there.
The dream plane isn't mad. I mean, like, it is magical, but like everything is magical. It's another plane of existence. So you have the material plane where we are, and
I
there's
agree.
multiple.
Everything is magical.
There's
I don't need to listen to this.
You
He
guys-
goes back and like begins to try and fix.
Do you guys not learn planar magic here at all?
Unfortunately not.
It's not really that
common. Mostly, like, wizards and other scholars will study that sort of thing.
So, okay,
Can I roll a history check?
Yeah.
Because if I'm right, magic's like quite forbidden in one part of the world. Isn't it? Well, you'll tell me in a second, hopefully. History starts with an H, so it's over there, and that's a 10.
You've heard that there are some parts of the world that are not as, I guess.
Been there, haven't I?
No.
Okay.
Not where it's forbidden.
Okay.
It's just this. From where you've been before in the Kingdom of Acheron, that type of magic is much more freely kind of distributed to people. But in the Prussian Empire, it's actually regulated a little bit
Okay.
more strongly. So
Yeah.
there are different kinds of regulations applied to magic. You do know that there are some parts of the world, though you don't remember where, that
Yeah.
prohibit the use of magic.
Okay. I can't remember why I was asking that, but now it's good to know.
So he needs like, what? He needs like some sort of power source or something, like a
I guess you
magic.
could say that it is more of an enchantment that is applied to a material.
Can I cut past the casual hubbub of our conversation and can you just tell us, is there anything we can do to help?
You can have a look if you like.
And kind of steps past and presses what appears to be a latch of some sort that clicks slightly and opens up, and you can see that there's kind of a gently rotating object of dark metal inside the chest cavity of this Arkanoid, though it appears to be not functional at the moment.
Does like any of like the metal stuff look anywhere like familiar to
You guys
me?
can roll an Arcana check.
Cool.
Okay.
18.
18.
13.
6.
You do
20.
know that the
I wouldn't know about the race specifically, but I know about constructs, I would assume, because I assume you would have
Yes.
some constructs.
You know that there are some enchantments that are applied to materials to animate them, and you've seen an Arkanoid that looks similar to this one, though they all are slightly different.
Yeah.
But the form is familiar to you.
So, yeah.
You
but
would recognise the actual core itself, the material, as being slaint.
Cool. And so I assume the Arkanoid I know would have either been a planar traveller or...
Yes.
I have seen one of these before. So he came through the dream plane. It was travelling through the planes. He was quite nice. He helped.
Did you guys roll?
I got a 6.
I got a 20.
13.
20?
Not nat,
14.
but a 20 in total.
Nice. You know that this Arkanoid is incredibly old and appears to be one of the prototypes of Arkanoids. You know that the structure of the Horrorvox core isn't as refined as it could be, and the dark metal that's gently rotating appears to be kind of almost sparking, giving off some sort of malfunctioning or, I guess, a defunct kind of enchantment. So there would be a specific enchantment that would need to be applied to this object. And with your 20, you don't have the capability to animate it, but you know that it needs a specific type of, I guess, a specific type of enchantment that would animate it.
I relay that information to whoever is listening to me. But I'm not directly
so he's-
looking at anyone.
The figure in the room is kind of staring directly at you.
Good for him, I guess.
And he kind of squints his eyes a little bit.
You know about the machine.
Uh-huh.
You know how to make it work. You can do it now.
Oh no.
That is a shame. I know people that would pay very good for that.
Sorry, I don't need money.
You don't need money? Well, that is good. I like people that are not in for it.
Well, good luck with your machine thing, I guess.
Can I see the bit of the machine that he was referencing?
Yeah, he pointed it out to you.
No, the bit of the machine that it was like the problem bit that he couldn't quite fix. The bit that was malfunctioning.
Yeah, you can see he pointed that out
He
to you.
pointed
That's
that
the
specifically?
Horrorbox core. Yeah.
Okay. I would like to touch it.
Okay.
Does anything happen?
Sparked you a little bit, kind of like a status shock, but
Okay.
How much would you be willing to pay if we could help you bring this thing to life? I guess.
Well, I would not be paying you. The people that I work for would be paying you.
And who's paying you?
Well, the Little Ocean Inquisition. I am the gearsmith. I work with machines. I find them more useful than people.
Less back chat and less
Exactly.
stuff like that. Yeah, no, I can.
Exactly. I find them to be more satisfying.
I could have used that growing up.
They make good companions when they work. Sadly, they are not common in these parts.
No, I've never seen one before. It's quite extraordinary.
I have only seen a few. They are
he
very
kind
magical.
of reaches his hand out to you.
I apologize if I offended you earlier. Oyar Talbos.
Krugar the Small.
His hand entirely encompasses your own and kind of almost wraps around to his own.
Yep. Very nice to meet
You
you.
can see as he stretches his arm that he's got a blue kind of overalls or coveralls kind of tied around his waist, and you can see bulging biceps and kind of a tattoo, streaks, tattoos that kind of run down his arm. Appear to be gears interspersed within other like runic symbols.
What was his name again? Sorry.
Olyar Talbos, so
Oh, yeah.
OLYAR TALVOS.
So are there sparks
Thank
coming
you.
from like 2 spots on this core?
Yes.
Can I take off my necklace, which is magical item,
Mm-hmm.
sort of push it to either side of the sparks?
Yep, nothing happens.
Damn it.
Not that kind of spark.
Well, it was metal, so I thought conductive enough. I thought this was just a plug and play kind of situation.
So Olia kind of closes the.
What are you pulling a face for?
The person you think of when you say plug and play is the game.
Oh.
Olia closes the chest cavity of the Arkanoid and kind of spins around to you all.
So, why are you in my tent?
Krugar fell into it.
I was curious, and then I kind of just, I fell in.
Well, that is okay. Is there something I can help you with? And then kind of turns toward Octavius. Is there something I can help you with? Or are you just bothering me for no reason? And he goes,
Well, I thought I'd visit an old friend. Doesn't hurt to keep up relationships and acquaintances. And kind of, and I wanted to show my friends here what an excellent gearsmith you are. And he kind of scoffs.
get out, you are annoying.
I think we can agree on that.
He is slimy, sleazy folk.
And then he kind of, well, I take it I'll be off then. I don't see that I'll be getting any business for any of you. And kind of
No, thank you.
leaves out the flap of the tent.
Do you still have that comb?
Comb?
Something to fix hair. I presumed it was a comb.
For Malin, sir.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
asking him as he...
Yeah,
oh,
as he leaves.
You know, Tommy, obviously I was trying to sell it to you, but guess it's not going to be useful anymore.
Do you have it on you?
No, I don't.
Oh, well. If you find me again, remember
What
to
do you
have
want
it
to
on you.
comb?
I'll take a comb off your hands.
And where'll you be?
Where's Timmy's address?
You see, as he kind of, alright, I'll find you there. And as he steps out of the tent flap, you immediately, the room kind of drops in temperature and a huge sounds out from behind you. A blue kind of flash of light emanates from the point at which the Arkanoid is rotating gently.
What?
James, would you like to introduce your character?
Hey! We did it!
We finally got there.
Finally got there.
How long?
Done.
It was the power of love all along.
I'm so sorry. They wanted to find the turtle.
Was that a thing?
No.
Sorry.
I thought this was some genius way to weave into finding my character.
It turned that way.
That's what. Yeah, I was like, oh, like a tent. Oh, this was what we were meant to be all
No,
along.
I see the robot person.
So as Holly described, it's very early, primitive-looking prototype of an Arkanoid, mostly made of brass and wood. The brass is showing, signs of age. What's the word? Patina? It's started to patina over.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I think it's like a film, yeah, Bettina?
Yeah, I mean, kind of like tarnishing, I guess. Anyways, still got shackles on 3 of his 4 appendages, or limbs. Wait, legs or limbs?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's okay, buddy. You're doing great.
Had to wait an hour.
I feel so bad.
No, it's all good. That's my character. And as I burst to life, my God, where are my clothes? My gears are showing. And I reach around my waist to cover up.
5 appendages, am I right?
Oh, what's that supposed to be? Uh-huh.
Can someone get me something to cover myself up?
Oya looks absolutely stunned. Holy shit. You reanimated this.
I thought you did that. Didn't you do that?
No, I don't.
Did we do that?
I think it was the
of course we
necklace.
did.
How?
The necklace
Power
is
of green
magical.
magic.
And then you see he kind of reaches over to, there are a set of blue coveralls nearby that he kind of throws at you.
I am so sorry I did not know that you needed clothes.
Oh, thank you so much. My goodness. That's much better.
What are coveralls?
They're like,
Are they like
like
workers?
boiler suits.
He's in a little blue boiler suit.
Where on earth am I?
You're
The
in.
material
Earth.
plane.
That's a first start.
I mean, I think, planes are pretty big. It's not helpful. It was helpful for me because I woke up here, but
Do you know where Omirum is?
Cathora?
The continent?
Yeah.
Yes.
And do you know what a miram is?
No.
Have you heard of a town?
Of course.
Well,
Well, that's where
a
you are.
town.
Yeah, you. That's where you are now.
Thank you. That narrows it down greatly.
I gave you a continent.
Wait.
That's your fault for not knowing where a
Do
miram is.
you know who you are?
Well, I
I know what
don't
place
quite
you're
have a
on.
name.
You don't have a name?
The serial number
You can
A9.
roll,
A-
you're not technically on
A9?
the coast.
Like where on
Is
the
that-
continent?
That's right.
Yes.
Is that what you would like to be called?
I don't really care.
A9 it is. Honestly, that's not the strangest thing I've seen today, so this kind of tracks.
Yes, you are quite a colourful bunch. Sorry, what was your name, young man?
Do I really look that young? God damn it. I'm Krugar, the Small. Nice to meet you, A9.
That's a mighty big sword you have.
Yeah. Oh, this thing! And you can see that there's a slight glowing green rune on the hilt of the sword, and if you look really carefully, it's almost like there's a magnetic pulse keeping the sword from actually touching my cloak. And when I mutter a little word under my breath, the sword kind of demagnetizes, and I go, yeah, it's pretty heavy, but I can kind of lift it. Here, would you like to try?
Alright, watch where you wave that
No,
thing.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to see if you wanted to hold it.
I'm very fine, thank you. It's a beautifully engraved sword.
Thank you. I had a lot of help making it. It was a family project sort of thing.
Well, I'm somewhat of a tinkerer myself.
Really? Wow. You're so cool.
myself.
You're so cool. And all the runes on your body. Oh my
Is there a
God.
plague?
Where I am from, the air can be quite hostile.
You know those things don't really work unless it's enchanted.
It is a bit of magic in it. We just not. He's just helpful at keeping out a lot of the dust. It isn't good for your lungs.
Oh, I thought it was a fashion statement.
I mean, we do
He's
put
very
some.
self-conscious.
We do
That's
put.
not part of your face?
I like grab the mask and I like lift it up, and I've just got like super long silver hair.
Whoa.
I've got like pointed ears, like really long silver
Are you
hair.
mega pretty? Like, do you like
Can
take
you
off
just
the
be
mask and you're just
absolutely
like beautiful?
gorgeous?
But like
Why are
always
you
wearing
hiding
masks?
that? Wow.
The mask is
Your
kind
hair
of
is magnificent.
part of the religion. We all wear them. It's part of the patrols. We go out and we fight the spirits.
As soon as he
It's
takes
like-
the mask off like a slow-mo, and like, gone.
I put the mask back on, but yeah, we fill it with like nice smelling spices and stuff like that, so it smells quite good. But yeah, you wouldn't. You were a tinkerer. You said you wouldn't happen to. Another one of your kind came through the dream plane. You wouldn't happen to know any planar travelers, would you?
I knew very few of my brothers, I guess. I knew one back when. Actually, what year is it? What time is it?
The time is.
The year is.
It's about 237.
Is that the year or the
AR.
time? That's the year.
Yeah,
Okay.
237 AR after rebirth.
Is it also
It's
237?
No.
it's the year 237. A9.
Give me 1 moment.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say, actually it's AR, I'm pretty sure. Not
Yeah.
A9.
No, AR. I'm
No,
not
it's
talking
not.
to him. Huh? Sorry.
Yeah, Oya is just kind of writing furiously notes in his book. And
Can I get a copy of those?
237.
You can see he begins to kind of write out another page and slip it to you.
Thank you. Awesome.
What was it? Obviously, I use a different time period, but what does the AR mean?
Anybody who wants to roll
I am very confused.
I
a
can roll a-
history check, can roll a history check.
8.
I have a good history, I think.
What? Now
I got
one.
21.
Oh shit.
21?
Well, you don't know.
I was about to say you would, but you're the one who asked the question, so I don't think. you
Wait,
would
did
know.
I ask the question?
No,
Well,
I
don't
asked.
think
You
I asked what year it was.
Yeah, that's what year it was.
I asked what AR meant.
AR would have been
Do you-
after
But
your.
I think.
I don't think you were alive for the time period.
I don't know.
By the way, I got a 17.
A 17. You know that AR stands for after rebirth. This will be for both of you because you roll relatively high. There was a kind of expansive war that stretched across all of Cathora that reshaped the way that the world was structured. Cathora has existed for many, many years, though they reset the date after the events of the celestial bloodbath, in which a lot of the gods and goddesses kind of bestowed favor upon certain heroes who were from all different corners of the globe. They kind of fought with the procession of metal, and then from then on it continued to become quite a cataclysmic affair.
Just digging through my notes. So it's about 150 years roundabout since I was
Yes, I believe so.
made or last conscious.
Yeah. So I believe you'd know of the event of the celestial bloodbath, but you wouldn't necessarily know specifics that have been studied after the fact.
Yeah.
So you know generally what happened, but a lot of information has kind of been read. There's been a lot of communications with different gods and goddesses.
I know about the celestial bloodbath as something like a cleric of Luron specifically.
What did you get on your history check?
I haven't rolled a history check. I assume I would have been told by the church like this kind of stuff because it seems relatively
Yeah,
important.
you would probably have been told.
You want me to roll a history to see how much?
Yeah, sure.
13.
I will get my notes up for it, so I'm going to give you guys the information.
Yeah.
Give me a second. I should have just kept all of my notes open. I don't know why I closed them.
In case we see.
In case you see, yeah, you're right next to me.
No peeking over the screen.
No peeking over the screen.
I've been really good. I'm surprised at how good I've been at not looking.
Yeah, no, I can't actually read
Because
it.
you don't want me to cry.
Else Juniper will be thrown to a volcano.
It's great. The angle I'm at is just right where I can't actually properly read the words.
You know.
It's just like
Oh,
lines to
he's
be like,
dying.
Oh,
well.
that's crazy. Oh, no death saves, unfortunate.
I got fire resistance. What are you gonna do about it?
Kill you with the disease.
What did you get on your...
13.
Alright, So
You
you got
got
the
babies
highest
over
out of
there.
21. So what you would know mostly about the current era is that it's known as the Age of Majesty, which was coined after the procession of metal was kind of superseded by the by what is currently known as the Rebirth era or the Age of Majesty. During the procession of metal, there was a kind of there was a almost dramatic kind of reshaping of the technology centers of the world. So many of the androids, such as yourself, that was created within this period of technological advancement were wiped out almost entirely from the continent of Wyladium, which you know is where you are now, though this is your point of origin also. During the War for Iron and the Aloydian War. And that led on to the Celestial Bloodbath, in which many of the gods and goddesses were bestowing upon certain heroes and powerful figures their favour, which would then lead to the Celestial Bloodbath that caused a lot of infighting within the Pantheon. And that would be probably as much as you know.
Right.
Do with that information.
My God, 150 years. That can't be right.
It's just what it's always been. Yeah, 237 AR.
I've been out for 150 years.
150.
What do you know about time? It's just what it's always been.
Well,
Do you know what happens next year?
another year passes.
It won't be
so true.
237 anymore.
It will be 238.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's just like, wow, you're even older than my dad, and I thought my dad was old.
I mean, there are some of my people study chronology as a magic, so you can manipulate the flow of time a little bit.
You can do that?
It's very hard to do. I never quite grasped it. It's not my forte. I am better at the doctory stuff. I am good at healing.
Oh, you're a healer.
I'm a cleric of Luron. I am good at medicine and other such things.
Oh, I do some healing too. That's nice.
Do I know what god he's talking about?
Yeah, you can roll a religion check.
Okay, religion. I'm not really religious. Where is your
Anywho.
religion?
We're going on a journey to deliver a tortoise.
Nah, 6.
This is Barrel.
Six. You've heard of the name Luron before. You're not too sure why the Dream Plane would worship Luron. The most you know is that Luron is a first being of the Pantheon and the god of so also known as the Moon Father. He's the god of moon, night, dreams and sleep, and that's about as much as you know.
To answer your question,
Mm-hmm.
I suppose I've got nothing better to do.
Yeah. We're delivering barrel to
Timmy.
Timmy.
Mm.
Little Timmy.
You can see Olya kind of. Before you go, I have very important question.
Of course.
Very important. How did you get reanimated? Who did it? You know?
I
And
have-
somebody here did it? Did you feel like you reanimated? You know who did it?
1 second I was not here and now I am, that's all I know.
Well, it didn't come from me, so I don't know. I didn't see anybody cast a spell
Mm-mm.
to He looks absolutely baffled. It's kind of like,
Well,
but how did this happen? Like,
we're gonna take the Arkanoid and we're gonna go find Timmy.
I mean, only if he wants to come with
Very
us.
nice.
Well, he already said yes.
I know.
Would you
Are
like to
are you
bring
sure?
Barrel back
hold
to
on,
little
hold on
Timmy?
a second. I work on behalf of some very important people, and I feel like I would probably be in trouble if I actually were to just lose the Arkanoid.
But we have to find Timmy.
Yeah.
Why do you need to take this thing I've been working on for?
Because it
Well,
wants to come
hang
with
on,
us.
he's not a thing.
You can't possibly keep me here against my will.
But
I am in a dilemma now because I was told to look after you, and now you are going, and I don't know.
You can
I
come
get
with
paid
us.
to. I,
You
Another
can
member of the
look after
party.
I'm not going to do that, but thank you. I don't know. It seems like a bad idea to fuck with the Grimwassian Legion, though I do hate them to just lose their property. I'm sorry, that is what they consider you. It is.
I'm gonna like pull out like my like coin pouch and be like, would you like some foreign currency? I'm gonna open it up and I'll give them like these. They're the equivalent value of gold coins, but they're little spheres of gold.
Oh.
So like they're the same value as like a gold coin, but they're all like spheres. I can give you 10 of these.
He
They are
takes
from,
one, holds it up. I have never seen this before in my life. What
they
do
are,
I do with it?
they are from a different plane.
Who is going to know what this is? Who is going to use this?
People
I cannot
from the
just pay
Dream
for it.
Clan.
I don't. Does it look
Have you
like
ever
I
been
travel
dreaming?
planes? I have been dreaming many times.
We do
How much of your money can you use in your dreams?
But what? No, this is
I
not how
don't
it
think I don't typically buy things in my dreams. You know?
But-
You should start doing that.
They,
You can't buy things in your dream because you don't have any money in your dreams.
they are balls of gold, guys.
But I am not in a shop in my dreams. I'm not.
Guys,
I don't just buy things in my dreams.
they are balls
No
of
material
so
concept at all. I love that.
I think I saw some of this earlier. You have like these flat ones. These are like they are balls of gold.
He takes out a gold coin.
I like that.
This is what you mean?
To be fair, gold is gold.
Gold is gold, but I cannot say I have been paid for the purchase of an Arkanoid, and it is just a sphere of gold. How much do you have?
I can give you another 10. I have 20 balls of gold.
He looks dismayed. 10 gold sphere, that is not
I-
even coin!
How
20.
much do you need?
This is priceless. You don't understand. This is a prototype Arkanoid. If I were to lose it, get it damaged, hence why I did not even know I needed clothes. If I was to do anything that is not fix this, I would lose my job and maybe my life.
Yo, this is priceless.
Yes! This is the
Guys.
first of its kind. Many people have been looking for this.
It doesn't have a price. We can leave.
He kind of,
What is this Grimwassian Legion you talk of?
Grimwassian Legion, it is a central power here. It controls everything.
So do they have access to planar magic by chance?
I mean, I consult for them. I don't necessarily work for them, but I would say, I would say
We
that they
could
do.
take the Arkanoid to them, and we can talk about his free will and argue that with them. But also, it would be quite helpful if I knew where they were, because they seem like they might know how to help.
You're just kind of staring off into the distance. Who are you people?
I've been doing this
I'm
all
in.
day.
We are the best friend squad.
That is your name? I'm going to tell them that my Arkanoid was taken, or Arkanoid was taken by
Your best
the best
friend.
friend squad. That is bullshit. I'm
Would you
going
like
to
to be
get
our friend
murdered
as
on
well?
this.
We'll workshop it, but
Do you have a solution? Because it feels like this has been a real one-sided problem-solving situation.
It's that he kind of turns around and is like, thinking for a second. Well, I don't feel right about just the Arkanoid leaving and then I lose my job consulting because they pay good money, you know, but I also don't feel good about keeping you here for
I mean,
no reason if you are a sentient being.
I mean, if you want money, you can probably. Do you know where Tuttle's is? I mean, my.
I certainly know that.
Ooh.
I mean, you could go to you can go to my dad and maybe he can pay
But
you the
I am going
difference.
to ransom for...
He could maybe pay you the difference to say that we bought.
You're gonna make someone go to Tuttle's.
That's a
To
long
pause
way.
the-
You could send a message and you can talk to my dad and maybe he can give you a bit of money to, pay for his freedom and then you can give it to your people and you can keep a bit for yourself and that way everybody wins.
There we go, everybody.
Can I take him to a corner? Hey, buddy, this is why people think you're young.
you watch as
they're really
Olga
sharp,
begins going
I-
through those
I'm not
drawers,
young.
those heavy drawers, and kind of flicking through papers and picks one up, reads it for a second, and then kind of slaps it back down, slams the drawer, and kind of turns back to you. Well, I mean, you are technically a being. now that you have been reanimated. So I don't feel like it is. I don't feel right about just kind of.
Is this Grimwassian Legion here, and maybe we can talk to them? Are they here?
What do they want with me?
I don't get told that. That is above my paycheck.
Are they here? Can
I
we talk to
mean,
them?
not here, but you can try and send a message if you have that capability.
I do actually. I might have message. Where's my spells? No, I don't have message.
I think it's a very high. I think it's a higher level
It
spell.
is a high level spell.
It's like third level.
Message, really?
It kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll make you a deal. If you go, you have to check in with me from time to time. I would be interested to see about your specific capabilities as an Arcanoid. You are incredibly rare and interesting.
But of course, it's the least I could do. You did reanimate me.
I don't know if I did, but I am thankful that you have been.
Well, it definitely wasn't any of these bunch.
This is a
He's
career
right.
highlight for me, so I appreciate it. Then he just kind of turns around and writes down a note in a small leather-bound book and goes, "Well, I am going to lose my job, but if you must go, then you must go." And just kind of shuffles some things around on his desk and kind of crosses his arms, turns back to you all. What would you guys like to do?
I would like to get a little bit of paper out and whatever like sort of thing I can write with, and I'll write him. I'll try to like write a little referral. So if he ever finds himself in Tuttles, if he goes to see Percival Tadorok, that say that Kruger sent him, and I'll try to slip it into his book without him noticing.
Okay, slide of handshake for me, please.
Sleight of hand. 12.
Let's see. You can see his head twitch towards your direction, but doesn't seem to make any move towards you.
I'll just walk out. Thank you.
Sure, so, as you guys are all kind of reeling from the sudden appearance and reanimation of A9, a faint noise reaches your ears. So I'll just go around. Who's got what passive perception? I think
13.
13?
12.
15.
15, yeah.
11.
Low, I can tell you.
10.
10? Sure. So Malin, you hear this first. There's a faint noise that reaches your ears, almost like nails scratching against wood. At first, it's hard to determine exactly where it's coming from. It seems almost disembodied, though growing steadily louder as you look around for the source. Walking around the interior of this tent, trying to find this sound, the scratching noise pierces the relative quiet of the tent's interior. The sourceless noise clearly emanating from outside the tent's walls at this point, and growing more raucous and intense every second.
Do you guys hear that?
What?
I hear
No.
it.
I mean, now that she's pointed it out, you can kind of hear that scratching noise getting
Is it
louder and
a
louder.
scratching kind of noise.
My senses are still a bit foggy.
That's fun, isn't it?
Well, where it is, I don't want to be.
Yeah.
Should we get out of here?
Yeah, maybe we'll go to the tavern where it's full of people and other noises, not
Where
like
does
We
it
need
go?
to find Timmy.
Timmy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I forgot Timmy. Yeah,
Timmy's
yeah.
near the tavern, so.
Timmy could be near the tavern.
Little Timmy near the tavern as
As
he
you guys
exits.
are- as you guys are talking,
Little
and
Timmy, you scoundrel.
as you guys are talking about this and reach the entrance of the tent, peeling back the heavy canvas flap that had come unfurled in the wake of the arcane explosion that reanimated A9, a loud crash sounds out as kind of splintered bits of wooden nails fly out towards you. A crate smashing at a nearby tent stand, overturned by a pedestrian that's running, screaming, their stall and their tent abandoned, left there, completely tossed. All around you, fairgoers begin to run and scream, a cacophony of noise escalating and escalating as mothers and fathers scoop up children and people run hand in hand, kind of sprinting by the tent. From the side of your tent, another large crate appears to be tipping from side to side, unbalanced as whatever is inside seems to be trying to get out. The wooden sides of the crate begin to bend and flex, swelling more and more. The crate splinters and sprays out towards you, the heavy wooden panels reduced to fragments of wood. Emerging from the wreckage of this ruined crate, you can see the chitinous exterior of an abdomen, seemingly growing in size the longer you watch it. With a faint blue sheen to its body, the hulking beast begins to turn. Its 6 legs are spindly, though its claws pierce the wood below it, flicking it to the side as it spins. Rounding to face you, the grotesque sight of huge mandibles greet you, dripping with blood from where they're seized around a gored torso, its veins still spraying blood out onto the ground below. It begins to step towards you, torso seized in its vice-like grip, before suddenly dropping and rearing up towards you. Raising its pincers, you catch sight of a second enormous beetle-like creature scuttling towards you, letting out a high-pitched trilling screech as it goes. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh, shit.
And
Okay.
before we get into that, we're going to take a quick little break and be right back. For some combat. First combat of
Oh god.
Whoop.
Are they replicable?
Alright. Oh, do you need me to... maybe I'm ducking.
We're back.
Welcome back.
Dab.
Alright, guys. You ready to see what I've been working on for 5 million years?
Oh.
They can't see shit.
Oh my god!
Was the camera like a close-up?
There
The camera
is.
doesn't move, and either the board's moving to the camera.
Do you want me to move the board to the
No,
camera?
that's scary.
I think I found.
Okay.
I
You
think
can take a picture, put it on the chat.
Yeah.
You can't put pictures on Twitch.
Oh, the
Yeah.
microphone is perfectly
Never mind.
placed.
I don't know anything
I-
about
Where's the
Twitch.
I did have an idea that I do have a webcam as well that we could unplug.
But not for today.
Yeah, next time.
You'll see it next time.
Yeah,
See
can you
you
take a
next
picture,
time.
Meg, and then I might just post that later to
On the
Instagram.
best friend squad.
Yeah, I can do some editing.
Best friend
I love-
squad. Okay.
Yeah, lots of them.
Alright,
Put a
guys.
photo for 10 seconds on.
It's so
It'll
very
come.
sad. I
Um,
should-
who exited the tent first?
I guess I would have exited it first.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Alright.
what the?
I think you and I were at the head as we started the walk to. No, this is from the noise.
Oh,
So
so then Meg's character probably would have, because she heard it
Oh,
first.
I guess me.
I would be.
Makes busy taking photos.
Makes you-
Sorry.
Gotta put it in the
Alright.
brain.
Guys, this is a moment of truth. You're gonna see the painted minis.
Oh my god.
Here we go. There's Meg's character.
Oh my god!
There's
Oh my god! The sword's massive!
Juniper.
Wow!
Juniper's
That
very
you've even
tall.
done the
you are
chickens.
styling, my guy.
All right. I'm gonna say you're spreading out this way.
Oh my
Lucky.
god, the
Oh, that
mask!
went well.
They're so
What?
cute!
I love the
And
hair.
I'm gonna say, James, you exiting kind of at the same.
Last or
It's up to you.
oh, I'm the only one with a hexagonal base. I feel
Yeah.
so.
Oh, look how good you
Feel
are.
sad, awkward. There you go. I'll chuck you right down there. You guys
What? Oh, cool.
feel free to pick up your characters. Also,
Oh my god.
I have a little quill dog.
Oh, that's a little raccoon baby!
Love it. Sorry guys, it's the first time I've seen the painted minis. It's very important.
Yeah, sorry if we're blasting out the microphone.
Oh my god, the detail is insane.
I did paint the birds, yeah. I'm gonna have to go back and do the details. I haven't done the faces, but
I'm
we'll
taking
get
a
into
picture.
it. Yeah, we have the Beetles.
They printed the princess
The Beatles?
detailed.
The
Ringo,
Beatles.
no.
We've got Ringo and McCartney.
Quill dog.
Ringo!
I love that movie about the lizard.
The name's
That's
Rango. Oh my god. Oh, even the runes are all blue. That is wicked.
I'm just so much of my god.
All the bits I wanted to be shiny are shiny. I'm really happy with it.
Can I ask a quick question
Yes.
before we begin? So the Beatles both popped out of big
Ah.
crates.
Mm.
Is
Oh
there,
my
like,
god,
bits
it's
of wood
huge.
about the place?
Yes, there is.
Oh
Is
my
that-
god,
just
there's
didn't
one right
have-
next
Yeah,
to me.
Is there chunks of wood about the place?
What?
Yeah. There's like a couple of corners of wood, things like that you can.
I just want to cut
Yes.
my random question.
I think we
These.
found barrel.
Yeah.
Can I
We found
roll
a lot of
perception
barrels.
check and see if there's a large, just a chunk of wood that I could hold in my hand reasonably,
Yeah.
Focusing.
as I'm planning to
It's pretty
swing it.
solid.
Hopefully, that is a 7 plus a 2. That's 9. I think it's plus 2. Let me see. No, it's plus 3.
Oh,
That is 10.
around his
Yeah.
wrist.
Yeah,
That's
there's a
so
couple
cool.
of large
Wait, I know
wood planks
here.
and pieces
Get
that you
outta
can
here.
My
pick
thoughts
up
were
and
that,
see around the
like,
place.
whenever he was reactivated,
That's
we
what
like
you
grabbed the nearest.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Awesome.
Okay, are we ready to go?
I want to take more photos.
It's all about the photos, guys. All about the
It
photos.
It's going on my Instagram.
Don't worry.
God damn it.
Hell
It'll all be
I will
recorded.
still make
yeah.
photos.
It'll all be recorded. You guys won't be able to see it. Don't worry.
You'll never know.
I'll take the board up a little bit later
Yeah.
on. We can-
Oh my god, those bugs
Should I
are
do that
massive.
now?
Yeah, there's
I
one
reckon we
right
just
next
stay
to
ahead. We've taken a little bit of a break.
What's it called? Nerdforge.
This is really fun.
Nerdforge. Do you know the
Okay.
tables? Wait, maybe.
So initiative order, guys.
Okay,
Just
here we
get to it.
go.
If you haven't rolled initiative,
So
please do
roll without
so.
Yep.
Sorry, I got a 3.
Let's see what I rolled.
Non-natural 20, my initiative.
Damn.
6,
Alright.
17 plus 3.
Give me a second.
No.
We'll go
Yeah,
around.
minus your initiative.
Better than a lot of them.
Alright.
It's natural 15.
What?
Minus.
So natural.
I got a
That's a
natural.
14.
for
Yeah, but it was
Okay.
natural 15.
Anybody over 20?
No, wait.
20 to 15.
I am 20.
Oh no.
What did I get?
My -1 is ruined.
Okay. Anybody to
14. I assume that's in the
Yeah,
next
yeah.
interval.
Oh man, it's so weird writing.
Yikes, are we all below 10?
I got 12.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome to the 10 to
Okay,
15
12, you said?
Or
Yes.
10 to 14.
What'd you get? 3.
Nice.
Okay, and then everybody else that's what?
7.
7.
6.
Wow. God damn it.
I need to get my.
So is Kruger,
D10
June,
out.
and then Nadria, yeah?
Yes.
And I'm just going to say that Quildor, if you want to give him an action, will go on your turn, Malin, and then we will do that.
Quillo is
The raccoon.
Slimy. Oh,
You
the
guys
raccoon.
haven't seen the raccoon.
Slimy.
The
Slimy
slimy raccoon!
Rabies,
Actually,
yes. Slimy, no.
What was the name of the? Do you call him a gearsmith?
Gearsmith, yeah.
What was the
Olyar, Olyar.
Wait, I wrote that down already.
Alright.
Hey Meg, are you still holding a tortoise?
Yes.
You guys are just taking,
Good!
you're taking Barrel the tortoise with you.
I have all the animals with me
Alright,
and I
so
Quildor
emerging
and
from the
him.
tent,
Yeah, where's Olya? Is he still in the tent?
you can see, yeah, Olyar's still in the tent. He's just kind of like, you can hear the sounds of like clanging metal, just like ting, ting, like really rhythmic. Obviously, he's still at work, doesn't seem to care that everybody's running past screaming. So, all of the fairgoers are kind of scattering around the place. They're well and truly running away from this area, but emerging from the tent, you see these huge beetle-like creatures beginning to converge on you. And first up, we have Aelard. What's up? What would you like to do?
Abelard would like to cast Guiding Bolt
Okay.
on
Which
the one directly in front.
What level?
First. I'm a second level cleric.
Oh, true.
That is a 17 to hit.
Yeah, second, let me make sure I know. That hits.
Cool. Spell slot. They take. That's exactly. So Flashlight, make her a spell attack. Takes 4d6 radiant damage, and the next attack roll made against this target before the end of your next turn has advantage. On the
So
creature.
was it a dex save from me? Sorry, or
There is
No,
no
it's
save
a-
because I rolled to hit them.
okay, sure.
And that thing takes 16 radiant damage.
Good roll. Guiding Bolt is one of the best first level spells.
I also realized that that from that roll alone, which wasn't like it was like an ant roll, it can one shot my character.
You said it was 16.
Yeah, radiant damage.
If you did full damage on that would just get me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Guiding Bolt ain't no joke, man.
Okay, so describe to me what it looks like as you fire your guiding bolt directly at this beetle in front of you here.
I kind of like with my holy symbol. I kind of like in my palm. I hold it and like you see like the moon with the floating stars. Like I kind of almost sling it, and it kind of fires in like a radiant thing that like kind of returns to me.
Sick.
So with an open palm,
Yeah.
you're directing it straight at this beetle, and you can see that this radiant damage. This radiant beam of light begins to fire out towards the beetle, finding just under a chink in its chitinous armor, under its throat, this huge kind of crack and piercing forms from where the radiant energy struck it and began to crack at the exterior.
Nice.
Alright. Up next, oh sorry, did you want to move? Your turn?
No, I'm good there.
No worries. So up next we have A9. What would you like to do?
I would like. Would I be able to grab that barrel and catapult it?
Which barrel?
This
This one here?
Yeah, the one to my
Yep.
right.
Okay.
And-
So, for throws, I believe it's...
It's the
Catapult is a spell.
Oh, catapult as a spell?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
you got advantage to hit against him because he's covered in the glowing light.
Which, are you aiming at the one in front of you?
No, because it's a save spell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So spells that like roll to hit, that would have
Yeah.
advantage. This one requires a save.
So I'm going to aim for the one that's more or less in front of me.
Yeah, okay. So what do I have to? You said it was a save. So is it a
Yep.
dex save?
Is it difficulty class?
Yeah,
Or DC,
so- yeah.
DC 13?
Yeah, Dex save 13.
All right. Let's see. That succeeds, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
So as
spend
you
a slot and nothing happens because catapult be like that.
So as you begin to levitate this barrel before you, picking it up from inside the trough, you attempt to aim it towards the beetle before you, and you can see that it turns its head initially in your direction, but is focusing on Abelard, and it begins to kind of stalk towards Abelard, and it just ducks under the barrel as it kind of cracks over here and splinters into wooden pieces all the way over this side of the board.
Nice.
Actually, I will dip that over so that's done.
It does a lot of damage, but good damage. But
Okay, would you like to move any more on your turn? I'd say you can probably move maybe 15 feet more.
No, I can use a cantrip. Can I?
As the house rule, yes, you can use a cantrip as a bonus action.
I'll cast.
But only if you haven't cast a spell already.
Okay,
So-
which
You already have, yes.
this is. I suppose that
That ends your turn?
ends my turn. Yep.
No worries. Up next we have the Beetles. Right.
Alright, Ringo.
We're gonna move and seeing that Ayla is the one that attacked this one, it's going to attempt to bite Abelard. Alright.
Watch out, you crazy Frenchman.
So that is done. A 16 to hit.
My armor class is exactly 16.
Alright.
Is that hit or miss?
If it hits your AC,
It hits, yeah.
Yikes.
Right. So that is 9 damage.
Oof.
Okay, so as this beetle begins to scuttle towards you, you can hear that of its claws kind of clacking against the gravel path and is slipping a little bit, but eventually makes its way towards you. And you can see its huge mandibles, still dripping in gore, reach out and kind of expand, this trilling noise emanating from it as it clamps around you, drawing in tighter and tighter. You can feel the spines that very finely line its mandibles kind of digging in further, deeper and deeper. As it grips onto you, and you will take your damage for that one. This next one here, we'll just scuttle forward, and we'll go for Nadria.
Yay.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Oh dear.
that is 17 to hit.
It hits.
That hits, no worries. So this one will attempt to bite you also.
Bitten by a bug.
Alright, so that is 7 points of slashing
Also,
damage there.
I have Hellish Rebuke as a reaction.
Sure, you can use it. Go ahead. So as this beetle scuttles forward a little bit to kind of reach you, you look over your shoulder and this huge beetle is looming over you, beginning to open its massive mandibles again and kind of clamps down. This one is a little bit more vicious than the other and it digs in further and further. You can feel one of those spines that lines the mandible digging in to touch your bone, and you feel this kind of stinging, searing sensation as it just kind of grips on. But you wanted to use Hellish Rebuke as a reaction?
Yes, I do want to use
Sure,
Hellish
so-
Rebuke as a reaction.
Do I roll a save for that?
Yeah, you roll a Dex
Dex
save.
No worries. Ooh, that is a natural 20.
Ooh.
So it's half damage, is that correct?
Yes, it's half damage, so
Nice.
just 1d10.
Go ahead and roll damage.
3.
3 damage. Hell yeah. Describe to me what your Hellish Rebuke looks like.
Well,
What do you say to this beetle as it's clamping down onto you?
oh my god, words?
Or what does your Hellish Rebuke look
I have
like?
to say words.
You don't
I
have
don't
to.
know.
You
Okay,
can-
okay.
Hellish Rebuke can be whatever you want. I assumed the rebuke part of it was...
So, like, the beetle's got one of my arms, obviously, and I just do, like, death glare at the beetle, like this, with like half the face covered, with like the eyes just like staring at the beetle as the beetle gets engulfed into flames for a little bit.
Okay, so you can see that as this beetle's kind of chomping down on your arm, touching the bone in your forearm, you give it the death stare to end all death stares. And though you're not too sure how this beetle can comprehend it, it feels like it's been chastised, and it kind of like releases a little bit of like a trilling noise, like and kind of like just like pulls away a little bit, though it's getting like smacked with flames that are kind of slowly engulfing the point of contact from the mandibles up to spread to the rest of the head, and that will take 3 damage. Does that end your turn, or would you like to move?
That ends. It's not my turn, really.
Oh, that's a reaction, yeah.
Oh yeah,
reaction.
With the so that will be up next. We have Malin. What's up? What would you like to do?
Oh, am I?
Remember the
They're
turtle?
just paying someone
And
back.
the
Yeah,
raccoon.
good job, me, for not doing anything.
Yeah, you're still holding a turtle.
I'm gonna say you put the turtle in your backpack. Seeing the beetles come
Okay,
out,
go.
I don't want anything to happen to Barrel, and I'm just gonna chuck him in my backpack, and he kind of just like
Don't
you can hear
land
him
on
kinda
your back.
you can hear him kind of rolling around. And
Clunkly
the dart like boom. Like hitting things, like the shell flaming off.
No, I went out ages
Okay.
ago.
Can I move a bit around here so I can have a good
What's your
look
movement?
at? What is
Actually
it?
did it.
35 feet.
I don't know.
35.
Amazing.
What else?
Where would you like to move?
I'd like to move, yeah, about there, and then face
Sure.
the thingy.
Which beetle?
That
This
beetle,
one?
that
This
beetle,
one?
yeah.
Sure.
And then I would like to do poison spray.
Poison spray, sure.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. How do I do that?
Is that
They
meant to be
have
a raccoon?
That's a badger. This
Yeah.
is the raccoon.
Oh.
Oh, you can't tell the difference?
No, I was going to say, I think that's
That
a-
badger's not actually there, it's just the thingy.
It's just for
Hanging out.
effect.
They
It's
have
just
to do a
basing
con
effect.
save
Mm.
and
You know, that
13.
badger took me.
What does that mean?
It looks
Yeah,
good.
it's so detailed though.
Lucky.
Holly has to roll, that's what it means.
Badger.
Oh.
Poison, yeah,
They have
poison.
to do a con save.
Con save. Ooh. Okay, that is a 9.
That
Yeah, that
fails.
hit. Yeah, that fails. You got it.
Sick.
So now you roll
Okay,
damage.
roll your damage.
D12.
D12.
That's this one?
No.
No.
D-
This one.
Yeah, that's what I was
This,
thinking.
yeah, that's the D. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
fuck.
3
Three.
twins.
Just 3? Sure.
3 points of poison damage.
No worries. What does it look like as you poison spray this beetle before you?
Out of my hand comes a big green poisonous looking gas engulfing the beetle.
Nice. So, seeing that this beetle is kind of scuttling towards Abelard, your newfound friend, you immediately thrust your hand forward, palm outwards, and a smoke cloud billows up and out and kind of curls its way around this beetle's, the flat head of the beetle, and kind of eats away at the chitinous exterior, kind of bubbling and chipping bits off.
Nice.
Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn? You do have the opportunity to move Quildor as well. Make sure that Quildor's on your turn.
Yes.
So it's up to you what you'd like to do.
I'll have.
Or you can say that Quildor is actually still on you.
I'll
That's
say,
fine.
yeah, I'll say Quilda's still on my shoulders.
No
So
worries.
I'll just put him there.
You can take him off the board if you'd like. If you're just going to say that he's going to stay there.
Yeah.
What
okay.
happens if Quildor is hit with a
Okay.
lightning bolt?
I would cry.
I'm not going to
No,
kill him.
no, Quildor has plot armor. Right?
Quildor is invincible.
Quildor's
I spent ages painting that raccoon.
He's so cute. Hey, yeah,
Does that end your
Quilda's
turn?
on my shoulders. Can I move back to here?
Yeah.
I just feel more safe.
That's
Feel
fair.
more safe.
That's fair.
Okay, close to the pack. Alright. So you duck out, and that will end your turn. Kruger, what's up?
Oh, by the gods, that's a big bug. I'll utter the small, like, giant word under my breast so that my sword becomes unmagnetized and kind of... Alright, I guess you're gonna have to get bloody! And I'll go in for a swing.
New
No worries. So this
catchphrase.
one here?
Yeah, going for... Oh, gonna get bloody! And I have advantage because no one's hit it with an attack yet for
Yeah.
my guiding bolt? Okay.
Oh, actually, poison spray, but that was a
That's
save.
a
wasn't it?
save.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you get advantage on that.
Nice.
Nat 20.
Advantage helps!
That advantage helps.
Nice. All right.
Alright, so that's 2d6.
Mhm.
So the
So
rule
it'll be
is
12 plus whatever you roll
plus
now.
this. Oh shit, okay. 12 plus 6 is 18.
18. No worries.
18 points of slashing damage.
Right.
Is this your big sword?
Yes.
Is there,
Excellent.
Yeah, it's my big.
the new, is it,
Giant
is it
great
18
sword.
straight or is it like a +3 or something on it?
Because you get your strength.
Oh
bonus
yeah,
as well.
oh yeah, sorry. 18 plus 3.
21 damage.
21 points of damage. Whew.
Old enough to drink.
Alright. Okay. So, as you see this beetle approaching just out of the corner of your eye, you mutter in giant and your sword kind of comes around and you hold it, is it two-handed or just
Two-handed, yeah.
Two-handed, you wield this massive sword. You swing it straight down and hit the shoulder of the beetle and kind of carve down deep into it. You can feel a kind of click as you hit a chitinous joint, and it kind of sinks in to the point where you slide it back out and you can see that there is kind of this purplish black blood that oozes out of the wound that you've now caused. That beetle is looking hurt. You just about hacked that leg off. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I'll take an action surge and attack it again.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get ya! 16 plus 5, 21 to hit?
That hits, yeah.
Alright, 2d6 plus 3. Same as before, 6 plus 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Nice. Alright, so seeing that opening now forming in the corner of this beetle's leg, you begin to swing your sword straight down again. You can feel it and kind of just crunch and crack underneath you as it expands and eventually slides off the creature. So it's missing a leg now. You chopped it straight off.
Hell yeah!
Nice.
I mean,
You can
yeah, I meant to do that, yeah!
It falls limply down to the path and dirt below, kind of dust clouds spraying up outwards as it falls limply down there. Does that end your turn?
That ends my turn.
No worries, this beetle is on the ropes. Alright.
On that ups.
It's just like, yeah, it's a boxing ring now.
Come on, big boy.
June.
I would like to turn to the other beetle
Yes.
Thank you.
Help me.
and try to, like, arms raised, sort of gesture it backwards, thaumaturgy, like, whoa, whoa, sort of like
Kind of corralling the beetle.
corralling it.
I don't know what I really roll for that.
Animal handling?
Yeah, you roll an animal
Intimidation?
handling for it.
No, I'm trying to animal handling. I'm trying to, like, horse it backwards.
Trying to horse it.
Oh.
Is that a 1 or a 7?
That's a crit fail.
That's a 1, my guy.
You watch as this beetle having just been engulfed in flames, having a snack on Nadria's forearm, kind of just turns towards you and makes this same like ugly trilling noise as its mandibles open and kind of hisses towards you. It seems that you've definitely caught its attention now.
Good.
Good.
Alright.
Was that my action?
Yes, I believe so. If that's
Okay.
what you were.
Then I can cast a cantrip as a bonus action.
Well, Thaumaturgy's
Well, Thaumaturgy's a spell, so you're
Yeah,
Yeah, true.
Thaumaturgy's a cantrip. So.
You're right. I've already used it. In that case, I can't cast another spell. That is literally it.
Do you not have like a bow or
So what
anything
is
like
that?
that?
Well, I can't
Your
use my
turn was
action.
devoted to
You
pissing
can use
off.
it. You can use a cantrip as a bonus action, as long as you don't cast a spell as your action.
No, but I used the whole like motion of whoa, whoa, and the cantrip as a action.
Then.
So I've got nothing else. That was my big play.
Yes, pissing him off.
I'm writing
Alright.
that down.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I don't have anything else I can do.
Okay.
Thank
I meant,
you, though.
would you like to move back or you're just going to stay there?
I'm in its range. If I do, I'm enticing a. Look, you know what? I'm happy
It's
where
up
I
to
am.
you. Okay.
I'm
No worries.
gonna double down. Get real
Okay.
real personal with it.
Yeah,
Oh my
up
God.
close and personal.
Imagine I'm up close and personal, but the bases are in the way.
No worries, that'll end your turn. Nadia, let's go to you. What's up?
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it.
I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast it. You know me. It's like turning around and casting like a warlock.
Also, when it
spell,
says
no
hit
big
DC,
deal.
does that add to like my hit? So if I have a +6 on my hit DC, does that add 6 to if it hits or not?
Hit
that
DC?
Let me
This.
see.
I think
Yeah.
that'd be your plus.
Yeah,
to
so
hit.
that's your
fine.
plus to
Yeah,
hit.
okay,
So you
okay.
roll the d20 and then you add
And
that
then you
to
plus
hit.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
7 plus 6.
so what number is that?
13.
Cool.
It does not hit, unfortunately.
Dang.
Okay, so what does it look like as you try to fire this Eldritch Blast towards the beetle?
I would say that I tried doing it with my other hand, but because this beetle has my right hand, which is my proficient hand, I don't know how to use magic on my left hand, and it's annoying. So obviously I try my best, but because I am not proficient in using my left hand, I completely miss and fail, and I'm a loser.
Okay. What does your Eldritch Blast look like?
It would most likely be some sort of flames.
Okay, so as you hold your left hand up, you kind of focus deeply and you can hear a very soft voice kind of curling at your ear. Well, that is certainly a possibility. And you begin to see a ball of fire, kind of black and red flames swirling around each other, begin to emanate from your hand. And you reach out to fire it towards the beetle. The beetle's a bit close to you though, so it just skims off the back of the beetle and crashes into another barrel and just shatters the barrel completely, bits of flame kind of curling out its edges.
I want you to know that I mutter, shut up.
Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I can't leave, it's got my arm.
I'm just giving you all the options.
I mean, that was
This
my...
is bullying Holly
I
when
know,
you're
I'm
like,
not
anything
taking-
else you want to do?
I mean,
You're
that,
dying. You want to do anything else?
that was... So that was my cantrip, which I can
Yeah.
use as my bonus action, so I can still hit it with like a melee attack, right?
Yeah, you can.
I-
Just suck it.
I have a sickle.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you were just like to plunge this
I love
beetle.
sickles. Very
I have a
loaded weapon.
sickle.
Just for narrative flavour, instead of using the actual sickle, just use the
You
sickle.
want to show that?
Go ahead.
Discord.
Ooh.
+2, that's a 4 to hit.
Does not hit on
Wow,
me.
crazy.
So you, seeing that your Eldritch Blast has kind of skimmed off the back of the beetle and crashed into a barrel, you think, time to change tack, and you pull out your sickle and you try and swing it with your left hand, and again it just gets embedded into this chitinous exterior. Kind of cracks it a little bit, but doesn't seem to do any damage at all, so you kind of try and pull it
Now
back
I'm
out.
double stuck.
Yeah, you do manage to get it free.
Okay.
We're doing so good against this
Here we
beetle.
are.
If
I'm on
that
it.
will end your turn
Let's
then,
want
we
some
help. Well, that's
begin
good to
the
know,
round
actually.
again. Ayla, what would you like to do?
Please help me.
Drawing a small dagger out from like my boot. I'm gonna stab this guy.
Ooh.
Just with a
Hell
knife.
yeah.
Cool.
Boot knife roll. What's my boot knife roll?
New character.
Boot
Oh,
knife.
yeah.
Wild Whippers.
That's a 22 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Cool. That is.
We can't all be.
I'm just kidding.
I know,
Wow.
right?
can't all
We all
be.
can't beat
Why
to
not
punk,
be?
guys.
I rolled full damage as well. That's 7 damage as I stab him with a knife.
One just dying beetle and the other one absolutely
One has
Whoa. Whoa.
hey, don't get rowdy up here.
Let's
so
talk
you-
business.
The beetle failing to
Pull your
understand
leg
English.
up and slip this small knife out of your boot and begin to thrust it directly into the chest of the beetle and kind of carve down a little bit, separating the chest cavity and opening out this oozing black and purple liquid that kind of spills out. This is on its last legs, but still seems to be standing for now. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I would like to use my
That's a dream of
cantrip
mine.
to
Beetles.
cast Sacred Flame on him, I guess.
Just tapping this
Nice.
stuff, a recurring
I
joy.
can,
One
It's
oozes.
I,
black and purple.
yeah, I'm gonna-
Your rockers.
I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on it then.
Okay, wow.
Cool, can you give me a dex save
Mhm.
against
I certainly can.
13?
Just rolled a 14.
Oh.
Rip.
Alright, so
It's beetle,
as
man.
you begin to produce your sacred flame, what does it look like?
It's same thing as I did before. I like spell sling out of the holy symbol, like this flame appears and I kind of try to flick it.
Alright, Flipping your arm towards the beetle in front of you, palm up, you try and produce this white flame that kind of shimmers and speckles in certain aspects. You can see little bits of sand kind of floating within it. It attempts to curl its way into the cavity that you just produced, but unfortunately does not find purchase there. Will that end your turn?
Yep.
Alright, let's go to A9. What's up? What would you like to do?
I kind of want to try the catapult again, but I'm not sure if it's the greatest idea.
Go for it.
It'll either do everything or nothing. What's the DC on it again?
13.
13 dex.
Kind of low.
Do what you want to do, man.
Follow your heart.
Whatever A9 would do, do it.
Do what you want, because...
A9's really good at throwing shit.
Hey, to be fair, he's been asleep.
Telekinetically throw shit.
He's been asleep for a long time. He's filling out his rusty joints.
So it's got a range of 60 feet, which means I could grab one of these barrels and fling it.
Sure.
If you miss,
Which one
that's
are you
aimed
aiming at?
directly at
Yeah.
I'm gonna... would those barrels be too heavy? I think 5 pounds maximum is not very much, is
The
it?
bigger ones would be too heavy. You could definitely throw a smaller one.
Maybe go for this little
This
bubby.
little one here? Guys,
Yeah.
they're all blue tacked down, so I didn't...
We're not anticipating people flinging them across the map.
No, I wasn't. I didn't know you had catapults. You're aiming at which one? This one?
Wait, which one's?
This
Well,
one.
what's
This
the-
one's-
That one's
yeah,
on its
okay.
last legs.
I'm gonna go for this one.
This one here? Sure.
Good call.
And I have to roll a dex save, is that correct?
Yes.
Dex save.
We will see.
Come on, fail.
That will fail.
Yay!
Barrel.
Alright, so that's 3d8.
Barrel is with us in spirit.
Seeing that this beetle...
Barrels strike back!
Barrel.
It's all meant to be, guys.
You see
This
that
even redeems
this beetle here was a bit too dexterous and it kind of ducked out of the way, but now your friends have got it handled. So you're switching to this one that you peer just around the tent to see. Because I'm going to say you're not really in its line of sight now, so I'm going to move you here.
Yes, that makes sense.
You can't really see through the tent. So in order to hurl this barrel directly at the beetle, it begins to hover in the air and you focus really hard and you think, you know what, I can definitely do this. I can definitely hit a beetle, this large hulking beetle with this barrel. And you hurl it directly at the beetle and it splinters and on impact and bits get embedded into the beetle's exterior. How much damage does it do?
I believe it was 11.
11.
Did you need the charger, James?
I have one here.
You
Unless...
could just use this one because mine is on 100% now. Since it's already
Alright.
plugged in, may as well.
Thank you very much.
Is
there
that a
anything else you'd like to
consistently
do
sized
with that?
MacBook charger, I see?
There you go.
I'm not sure there's an awful lot more I can do. I think that'll be...
So mark off.
bullying.
So mark off your last spell slot.
I'm just
Oh,
throwing
right,
you
yes,
guys
thank you.
antagonizing you all. What do you wanna do
Unless
with
you have
your
anything to do
turn,
as a go to actions. See if there's anything you can do as a bonus action. Not really.
No, that'll be my turn.
No worries. Alright, so after you conclude your turn there,
Oh,
bits
there you
of wood are still embedded deep into the chinks in this chitinous armour of the beetle. And it will be the beetle's turn. This one here is going to...
Just doing one like overkill.
I think none of us will die this session. I hope. So I think we're fine.
Take away that bad juju, my guy.
Right, so...
I'm kind of scared for this turn, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm scared too.
I've got like 8 hit points
Me
left.
So
They hit hard.
seeing that Kruger is the one that did the most damage to it, it's going to...
Row.
It's going
Oh
to
my god, it's going for the tank heal.
turn towards you. And before the creature had just been releasing this high-pitched trilling noise, but now you see as it opens its mouth, there are kind of almost nozzles at the side of its mouth as it kind of opens up, and they flare a little bit, and you watch as it produces this this large kind of blue viscous
Don't like that word,
What the
viscous.
blue viscous like liquid that kind of splatters out onto you, and it'll actually hit
Holly, please, we're a family show.
It'll kind of spray out and hit Malin and Juniper as well, actually.
I don't like
hang on.
this.
No, it'll just miss June. Alright, so I will
Okay.
need both of you guys to roll a dex saving throw for me, please.
Dex save.
Yep, and the DC is 13.
Okay.
Do I do?
Uh,
Wait,
No, roll a rat 20.
what am I doing?
And
And that
then-
one.
Oh
Yes, that
yeah,
one,
baby.
So 20
20.
plus 4.
Dirty 20.
No worries.
20 plus 4. 14.
Dirty
14, no worries, you both save.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Hell
whoa, whoa!
Yeah.
Your Scooby-Doo character.
Oh, gee, Scoob!
So you guys will take
Mhm.
4 points of damage.
What kind of
Each.
damage is it?
It is acid damage.
Acid damage.
Acid damage.
Damn.
Yep.
Am I close enough to
4
be
points?
singed?
No, you're at. It's
Oh,
just a
you
straight
did
line
3?
down this way.
Oh.
So
I
June
can do
misses
one
it,
more.
you guys all
Just
get miss
put
it.
1.
4 points, Hull?
Yes,
Whoops.
4 points.
Awesome.
0.
Damage. Alright.
Okay,
That's still
so
zero.
I thought I was.
as,
Ooh,
the, as
that's
it
hot,
opens
that's hot,
its-
that's hot.
I don't know what
As it
I
opens its
doing.
mouth towards you and fires this blue fluid at
For
you,
some reason,
it
there was
kind
a
of,
7 there. or something.
you see it coming. It's not the most
I thought it was something important.
subtle creature as it's firing its
Mm.
acid spray at you. And you just in time duck up and leave your sword up there to just kind of glance off the side of it. And Malin, seeing you kind of duck to the side, you also follow suit and duck the other way, and it just goes straight down the line. But you guys do get bits that splatter onto you, and kind of fall to the ground there, harmless. And that will be the end of that beetle's turn. And then we'll go to the next one. Alright, so this one is going to, seeing that June decided to goad it, it's going to instead turn directly towards June and begin to make a bite attack. Alright. That is a 7 to hit.
7 hit.
7 to hit?
No.
Yes.
I'm assuming
God.
that's the case.
Thank
So, seeing as you had just goaded this creature into attacking you, you can see that it's obviously antagonized by you, and kind of the fire in its eyes is kind of burning so bright that it gets distracted and kind of reaches out towards you to bite, but you just duck out of the way in time, and it kind of rips a hole into your coat.
That's a
It's will
problem.
That is a problem. Alright, and that will end the Beetle's turn. So next we have Malin up. What would you like to do? It's your turn.
Stop fucking texting me. I don't know what's going on.
Wow! Texting at the table when I did all of this for you?
How dare you?
You guys.
They were nervous.
Disrespect.
Whispering was picking up on the microphone.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Was I whispering?
No, you weren't whispering. That
Oh!
was the problem.
I was so confused.
Guys!
Okay,
Let's
okay, okay. So it's my turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Maybe I'll just do the same thing as before. May as well. Could I move Malin about here
Yep. Oops.
and just do the... Can I do it again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cantrip. You can do it as many times as you want.
I'll just do the poison spray again.
No worries. And
Have
that
you
was
not
a
picked
con
any
save?
spells?
Mm-hmm. This is spells.
Your first level spell slots, you've got 3 of them, but you have no spells there.
She's a member of the forest.
She doesn't even know.
It's like, no, it's okay. It's okay. Druids are like clerics. They can pick their spells every day, so
Yeah.
we can just you can.
We'll get spells.
Yes.
But we'll do that.
What did we do when making this?
I don't know. Did I make it? I don't know.
On Meg's first character sheet, the one that you had, there weren't any spells on it. I think it was because you decided you were going to decide on your spells, and then you just never decided.
Why would I
You have
choose one
cantrips.
spell and not the
No.
other?
Yeah, you should have way more than
Yeah,
one
'cause
cantrip.
That's what I was thinking as well.
that is in like your druid thing that
Guys,
you have
please make sure to check your character sheets before you come to a session.
Well, we made it! I don't know what we...
I don't remember making it, to be honest. I'm sorry. I don't know.
We'll fix it after.
We'll fix it.
We'll
It's all
fix
good.
That was
We
actually
will make
much
sure
that
you
had.
I think it really
Okay.
fits with the character though. So
Yeah, no,
that's-
I think it really works.
All
don't
she
worry.
can cast is
I forgot
poison.
It doesn't actually.
I forgot to
Parents
prepare my
should have
spells
taught
for
her
the
all
day.
her spells.
Alright, so it's
Anyway.
a con save, is that correct?
Yes.
worries. Okay, that is an 11. Does that?
That's a fail.
Okay, how much damage should I take?
Do a
It's a
d12.
D12 again.
It's a
Come on,
20.
baby.
This one.
Why did I pick up the 20?
Get the 12.
6.
6 is good.
6?
Surely.
Right.
Surely.
How does this beetle meet its end?
Oh,
Yeah!
you get to kill
First
it.
kill! First blood.
Feet.
With no spells but poison.
I forgot to prepare them today.
So pretty much the same thing as before. Gas comes out of the hand, and what should happen? I guess the beetle would fall on its side.
Nice.
Everything
Foaming
starts
at the mouth.
fizzling.
It's
Well,
not
it's-
babies now.
It's like its outside starts fizzling and bubbling.
Nice.
I
Okay,
cast
so
rabies spray.
you open up your hand again and thrust your palm towards this beetle, and you begin to fire your poison spray directly at it, and you can see that this thick green cloud of smoke begins to curl around the beetle and find all of the openings that have been formed. One from the arm that was chopped off and the cavity that was opened up in its chest, and it begins to kind of sink into the internal organs of the beetle, and it begins to fall on the floor writhing as its chitinous exterior begins to bubble and break down, bits kind of flaking off and falling onto the floor as its shell is completely cracked and severed.
Nice.
And that beetle is done.
Yay.
Yes, good stuff.
Hell yeah.
First kill.
Alright, does that end your turn?
Ah,
Or would you like to move? You probably have about
could I
15.
move a little bit closer to the, over
This
here?
way?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, there we go.
Is this Hunger Games playing? Is this the...
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking.
No?
It sounds like
It's
it.
called Colonization of Mars by Francesco de Andrea.
Did they use that in Hunger Games?
When they colonize Mars in Hunger Games, I love that scene.
This is reality free music. Mars, the was it 14th district? How many do they have?
There are 12, but there's a hidden 13th, which they find in the
13
third
on
movie.
one continent and then Mars.
That's where the 14th district is. It's on Mars.
Alright, does that end your turn?
Yes.
Oh good, so we move to Kruger now. What would you like to do?
I just watched this bug turn over on its side, I'm like, oh,
It's going to,
nice.
foam and bubble.
Did you give the thing rabies? Okay, I'll turn around and look at the other one. I'll try and run up to it as fast as I can. I have 25 feet of movement. Will that get me anywhere near?
10, 15. Do you want to slip past them, or do you want to go around, or would you like
I'll try and slip past
to
if I
roll
can.
an athletics or dexterity check for me, please?
We're like fairly up close hugging this bug.
I'll
Yeah.
do it. I'll do it.
I didn't want to hug it, but I had
I
to.
do.
It's 15.
Yeah, easy to get through. You you're small, but you're lithe and lean, and you begin to kind of slip in between, just turning to the side and propelling yourself forward to get to the bug here.
I do have halfling nimbleness. You can move through the space of any creature that is of a larger size than yours.
Okay, then
So-
yeah, you
Excuse me. Come on. Excuse. Right there. Hang.
and you kind of get straight up close and personal there with the beetle. What would you like to do?
Yeah.
Swing it again.
Go for a swing.
Are you still being bitten, Adria?
No.
Oh, that's good.
You get it aiming at you.
It wanted to kill you now.
Oh boy. 14.
14 does hit.
Ah, sick. Alright, 2d6. Ooh, okay. 5, 7, 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage.
Get away from my weird new friends!
So, just like last time, you kind of have analysed this beetle now, and you've looked at it and you know where its weak points are, and you begin to kind of swing your sword up and to bring it in a downward arc straight towards the shoulder blade. This time on the opposite side, as you carve straight down, you slash deep into the chest cavity of this beast, your sword kind of dripping with that purple dark liquid again. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Do I have any more movement left? Or is that it?
I would say that'd probably be it.
Then I am all good. I will
No
stay there
worries.
and protect.
Alright, so that will end your turn. Now we're up to June. What would you like to do?
I will walk up to Adria and I will cure wounds. I presume you're consenting? That means I don't have to roll to.
No, I'll
touch
look at you weirdly, but I'm consenting, yeah.
I shall prod your exposed bone. I think you've got that. And with one gentle finger, I shall like push it back into place. And I heal you for 7 hit points.
Damn!
It was a pretty good roll.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Just push the button.
And then I have a bonus action,
Mhm.
which I have a question of what I'm allowed to do with
Yeah.
the bonus action. I want to try and jump onto the bug. Is that too much?
I would say that jumping onto it would be an action.
Cool. I'll just get up and pass them.
You do have movement though, don't you?
Yeah, I got 30
Yeah,
feet of
you
movement.
could. Because it's movement related, I'm gonna say you can jump onto it, but you can't grip on, so you can't grapple it.
Sure.
What would you like? Are you gonna roll an athletics or a dex check for me?
Yes, I will.
That would be great. Thank you.
I'm also going to begin praying. God makes me. It's a crit fail.
Excellent.
Oh,
There is no god except for me.
That's like the second nat one in a row.
Don't worry, my guy. I got spared dying for you.
Begin to kind of vault up. Do you want to describe your nat one?
Can I?
Yeah, go for it.
What I would think I would enjoy to have happen is going to jump onto this bug and this bug just easily catching me midair and just straight to the ground.
No worries. So, as you go to jump up on this bug, kind of trying to propel yourself off the barrel there, the barrel slips from underneath you, the bug kind of meets you in midair and kind of slaps you down with a huge pincer. Doesn't directly pierce into you, but definitely knocked you to the ground and you are now prone.
Do I take any damage?
No, you won't.
Okay.
It's not that big of a jump, so it's
Winded.
yeah, you're just winded.
Yeah.
And your pride is hurt. Your pride is hurt. Does that end your turn?
That is the end of my turn. Whoa.
Just like trying to corral it first.
What a crazy 12 seconds you've had!
Okay. Moving on, Nadria, what's up?
I'm looking at my arm that just got a finger stuck into it to fix the burn.
Yeah, it kind of hurt as it was being pushed back, but then eventually it fell
Yeah, and now it's like brand new because I'm at full HP again, so I'm just like,
There's like a little discoloured
Stitching
patch
itself
where
back
the
together, yeah.
finger was, where I pushed it in and had to pull it out last.
I'm just sitting here like, what? I'm just
It'll
like,
fix itself later.
just like kind of shrug it off, like, seen worse, whatever.
You've seen worse.
Anyway, so I'm gonna try an Eldritch Blast again with my right hand. Let's hope my right hand is better.
I believe.
Did you get another one as well?
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
3.
That's 3 nat ones!
You're so distracted by the finger that's just been pushed into your bone, trying to reset it. You think, oh my arm's so much better than it was before. You thrust your hand out,
That's crazy.
and you begin to produce that flame again in your hand. And you see June springing up, trying to leap onto the beetle, getting smacked down, and you're so distracted at the sight of this wild friend that you now have seemingly made, who just stuck their finger in your arm that's lying on the ground, and your flame just glances off the pincer and kind of just skirts over the top of June's head, narrowly avoiding but singeing some of the fur on the coat.
Oh no, some of the phone go!
Alright, does that end your turn? Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I think I'm so disappointed now that I don't want to do anything. I'm just
crushed
like,
inside. Your soul's just crushed. Alright.
I'm absolutely
Just
just
end your turn. Now we are moving on to Abla. What would you like to do?
Abelard would like to move there. It's got 30 movement. My little patch. Just get next to it. And another guiding bolt.
Do it. Bless you.
Sorry.
That's 24.
Definitely hits.
Oh, you're rolling so well.
No nat ones over here.
This dice is behaving better than the other one.
Why do you think I picked a halfling?
Spell slot gone.
But I have a couple of nat ones.
Oh, well, I did get
It's
one
a
nat.
story of flavor.
Yeah. I mean, if you roll now 2 nat ones
That
in a
is
row,
another
that's different.
16 radiant damage.
16
As I
radiant
flick
damage.
another radiant.
No worries.
Nice.
That will reduce it to...
Bloody hell.
Okay. So, with your holy symbol at your hip, you kind of sling it forward, and a guiding bolt, bright white with the same kind of dreamlike sand swirling around it, begins to pierce directly into this beetle, kind of finding the slash in the chest that Kruger had produced and seeping down into it, a bright light producing outwards, kind of giving it a almost searing, curling smoke that curls up around the edges. Alright, does that end your turn? Is there anything else you'd like to do? No worries. We are on to A9. What would you like to do?
I would like to move a little bit closer.
No worries.
Holy shit.
I'm sure that's within range.
Yes.
Are
you... Is it a melee attack that you're doing?
No.
Okay.
Um,
You're about 10 foot away from it.
Cool. And I will, right over Kruger's head,
Yeah.
not that that's very difficult, cast a
Oh, very cool.
firebolt.
Yeah, you got heaps of range from that. It's 120 foot range.
17 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Yep. And that deals
5 points of fire damage.
5 points.
5 points.
Nice. So what was the spell you were casting?
Firebolt.
Did you roll with advantage, right?
Advantage.
Oh
It's
yeah,
a
roll
guiding
advantage
bolt,
because
so-
of guiding bolt. So roll again and see if you crit.
Okay.
So hit the +5 again.
Wait, oops, wrong one.
Yeah.
I just realised that the minimum amount of healing I can do is 7
Oh,
points.
it's close.
No, that's okay. So you
Okay.
still hit. You still
No
hit.
worries. And it was 4 points of damage?
It was 5 points of damage, I
5
believe.
points.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
Okay.
Tiny
What does it
rolls.
look like as you produce this fireball towards the beetle?
I suppose the firebolt just forms like in front of my head,
Nice.
and then in an instant just whips through the
Rocket
sky,
ship.
leaving a trail of smoke and flame.
Ooh, cool.
No
Um,
worries. Kind of drawing all of the heat out of the immediate vicinity and focusing it straight into this large firebolt that produces hovering above A9's forehead. You can see as it kind of begins to burn and crackle, flames producing and smoke billowing out. Directly fires straight into the chest cavity of the beetle and begins to kind of burn and char it. An almost acrid smell, kind of similar to burning flesh, kind of reaches your nose from where it embeds itself deeply into the creature. Alright, does that end your turn?
That ends. Yeah, I suppose.
No worries. So that would be the beetle's turn. Now, seeing that,
Sorry. Jeez.
It's just a cantrip. So it's all good.
Is-
Kruger is directly in front of it. It is going to turn that direction and is going to produce that same
Oh, balls.
blue acidic liquid that's going to spray outwards and will actually hit Nadria as well. Or will attempt to try and hit you, so I'll need a dex save from you both.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, if you rolled another nat 1, that'd be insane.
It's all about the nat ones.
Oh yeah, 19.
Oh
So
yeah.
that definitely saves, and yours is
3 plus nothing, so that's
just a 3.
Solid 3, man.
Kruger, just in time, you kind of have seen this happen before, and you know just to kind of duck, crouch into a small little ball, dropping your sword down.
Nadria,
Just
duck!
kind of- you yell out to Nadria, and she's a bit slow. Kind of her pride is. Oh, sorry, their pride is hurt. I'm very sorry. Their pride is hurt this time, and kind of feels the shame burning deep inside them, and doesn't quite get to ducking in time. As this acid spray will splatter all over your chest. Let's see here.
There's exposed skin there. That's gross.
Nasty.
That will be 11 points of damage.
I'm so glad I got that healing.
So, as it sprays out towards them and lands on their chest, it kind of bubbles and fizzles a little bit, sinking deep into their clothing. And
Do I take
and
half
big-
damage?
Yes, you will. So,
So,
that
what-
is
5 or 6?
5.
5, cool. Thank you.
Hey, you saved my life.
Hey, nice.
Thanks.
Well, I said, oh, that's gonna burn.
I am not having a good time right
Oh,
now.
no, you're not.
Madre has
Oh,
not
no,
had a
you're
good
not.
day.
Oh, gods.
Alright. that will end the beetle's turn. Malin, what would you like to do?
0 damage.
Ooh, this is a hard one. What should I do? Everybody's in the way.
It's that bodybuilding mindset. Always be in the way.
You know me.
W.
Swole is the goal. Size is the prize.
Oh, I like
I'm
that.
going to take weight creatine.
Could I try and jump onto the barrels and try and stab its
Friendly
head?
advice, be careful.
I saw you and I thought, wow, that was kind
That's
of...
a really great idea.
That was a good idea. I'm going to try that. So
Great idea, poor execution.
I can do it better. So I jump onto the barrels.
Dean, how many feet of movement do you have?
35,
I had
you said.
35, yeah.
Okay.
did
Roll
we
a roll an athletics or acrobatics check for me, please.
Oops, where'd they go? Oh. 14.
14. That will get you up to the top there. So you just kind of climb up there, and you have 5 feet left of movement.
Can I try and stab its head with my dagger?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, sure. Roll an attack for me.
How do I do that?
20?
18
plus 6.
Plus 6?
Hell yeah.
That is.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
So it'll be a D4 plus your dex.
Where's the D4? D4.
Little
D4.
triangle.
There it is.
There you go.
Plus
1,
4, which is 5.
5.
No worries.
You have a high dex, goddamn. Excellent.
Okay. Right, so as you begin to jump up, vaulting onto these barrels, it seems to be a lot easier for you than it was for June. Maybe June jumped on a barrel that was kind of slipping underneath. Who knows? But you definitely get on top there, and you can reach over just to kind of sink your dagger directly into the head of this beetle and kind of begin to carve it down, producing this horrible, like, squealing, screeching, trilling noise as it wails in pain. The same kind of dark blue, purple liquid leaking out of the top. It's on its last legs, but it's still standing.
You can poison spray as a bonus action because you can cast a spell.
I was just
I'll do
about to
that.
say.
I'll do that then.
I got you.
Melin's the
man.
beast.
So
She
close.
is.
Con save, yeah.
I may not know what money is, but death is my business.
That will be a 15.
Successful.
Was it?
Successful.
So does it take half damage, or
Not with
does it just
cantrips.
doesn't hit?
Yeah, not with cantrips.
Right. So as you seems to be pretty effective for you so far, you produce your same kind of green billowing poison spray that tries to curl around this beast, but it just kind of shrugs its head out of the way and begins to pull it back. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem to sink in or be nearly as effective. Just kind of floats around the air. Does that end your turn?
Yes.
No worries. That'll be Krieger. What would you like to do?
Wow, now that was cool. Do what
This
I'm.
is pod racing.
Sorry. Now this is pod racing. I'll grab my sword, hold it tight. I'm like, okay, you got this, you got this. Go for a swing. Ooh, damn, that one. Nat 20! Oh! That went on an adventure! I am rolling lucky. Halfling luck, baby! So, 12 plus whatever I roll, plus my strength.
It's so cool that God likes me.
I'll roll really I'll roll really shitty. Wait!
Okay.
Hang on, no. Fighting style, Great Weapon Master, I can reroll 1s and 2s on my damage die.
Reroll them.
Much better. I've already rolled, so 12 plus 6 is 18, 19 plus 3 is 22 points of damage.
Boys, how does this beetle meet its end?
Kind of copying, like looking what you two did. I'm like, okay. I'm gonna do like a hip hop on the barrel, like whoop, whoop, and then go right between there, like.
Alright. Jumping up onto the barrel, you vault off it and you swing your sword in a huge downward arc, coming down over the head of the beetle, and you bisect it completely in half, beginning to split and crack from the top of its head down to its chitinous abdomen as it kind of and begins to crack and crush.
As my windedness wears off, I'm like, knock it all. Never.
And this kind of dark blue and purple liquid spills out onto the sand below. And that will end our combat there.
Woohoo! Could have died without that heal.
Just at the end of combat, who looks the most injured?
I believe it'll be Nash.
Cool.
Please help me.
I'm gonna go with like not me. Like I'm looking at. Alright, so I'll run over and be like, you shouldn't have taken that acid to the face. As I'm gonna channel as I like channel divinity.
Lessons learned.
This is not British nightclub.
No.
No.
How many hit points do you need?
Refresh. Just
11.
Oh, cool. I'll give you 10 as I channel divinity,
Would you mind plugging that in for me? My computer's
and then I
Is this
will
in for you?
cure wounds myself
Yeah.
because I need hit points as well.
I'm gonna bonus action second wind to get a bit of hit points back.
So I get
Sorry.
I got 3 hit points back.
9 hit points back.
You just kept going with the cable.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
Fun fact: the minimum amount of healing I can do is 7 hit points right now.
That's very good.
Because I get +6.
Alright, so as you guys begin to effectively dispatch these beetles, you can see 2 halves of the beetle are kind of laying at the feet of the party, and the other one seems to have just been bubbling and kind of almost decaying as it kind of eats away the poison spray.
It's a beetle head that's still there. Could I get my trusty knife out and start carving its head off?
Yeah, not the bisected one, the other one.
Yeah, the one with its head intact. I want to cut it
Sure.
off at the neck.
I mean, roll a dexterity check for me, I guess.
Another
I
animal
don't know,
handling?
Would you like some
yeah,
help
like a
with
nature,
animal handling?
like a
Medicine
nature
or
or a
nature
medicine
check?
check.
Okay.
Medicine's my strong point.
Check.
I've
Could I use it as a nature?
Well,
Anyone
I don't
need,
think you're animal handling for decapitating.
anyone
I
need
don't wanna
some
do that.
deception
That is
persuasion?
23.
No worries. So
Damn.
at the close of the
Finally, a useful roll.
at the close of the combat, June walks over to the still intact, mostly beetle. It's kind of being eaten away. There are a couple of pock marks from the poison spray that have
My
eaten
bad.
away at the head. Just like you've done it before, you begin to carve around the.
I've travelled a long way, so it's likely probably not specifically to a beetle this size, but like prey and that sort of thing.
No worries, you begin to kind of pry it away from its chitinous exterior, the abdomen, and kind of, a bit like a crab, you pull the soft fleshy part away and you begin to kind of work around it and cut it off at where you assume the neck would be. So you now have a huge head, probably about this big.
Damn.
I'd like to. It's got 2 mandibles, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to tie a rope to each bit of mandible and sling it.
Across here? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Gross.
This would be pretty heavy, so I'll get you to roll a strength check for me, please.
Is there another check I could roll? Does
Come on.
someone want to help me put this bug on my back? That's 11.
Minus.
No, that is with.
Um,
I got a 13 minus 2.
God, that's
I'm gonna say you can just struggle to do it. You're kind of under the weight of it. You're sagging, like you can feel the strain on your pecs as you kind of try and
Damn.
pull it around behind you.
Okay.
You feel your shoulder kind of roll in its joint. This is incredibly heavy, and you'll definitely be considered encumbered.
Oh damn.
You're tying it to your nipples.
Why
Feel
do
the
you
strain on my
need
pecs.
this?
Do you know how much a good beetle head goes for?
No.
Have you? How many times have you seen a beetle this size before?
Never. But what do you mean can go for?
Okay, so I have a stick. You have a flower. I want your flower, but all I've got is this stick. I'll give you the stick for the flower.
What does this have to do with beetles?
Well, imagine if you had a flower I wanted, but I had a massive beetle head. And you didn't have a massive beetle head.
Are you
Well-
insinuating that you would trade this giant beetle head for flowers?
I mean, if I'm in the market for flowers, I'm in the market for flowers.
Is your character the equivalent of like an Instagram story? Motivation.
All it takes to become the millionaire you want to be is one big beetle head.
And a loan from your father.
As you guys are clustered around this beetle head talking about the benefits of taking a giant beetle head with you, unidentified species of beetle, unless you'd like to roll a nature check or anything.
May I?
Yeah.
Thank you. That is 18. Nature. 18.
You've never come across them before, though you have heard about a similar kind of beetle. It's closely related to Unkegs, however, it's actually known as a Veterax beetle, and you know that they're used commonly in Moran as a kind of almost arcane sensor. They are drawn specifically to arcane outputs and begin to activate and kind of seek that out as a source of food nourishment for them.
Do I know where they sense the arcane from in them?
It'd be, they have small kind of antennas.
Can I go get the antennas from the other one as well? May I roll another check to also carve up the head of the other one? But this time I'll just be getting the antennas from the other one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's
Or
in
when
half.
you waking up was a big, like, ooh, something.
Not nearly as good, that's a 10.
A 10. Considering that you've done it before, it's not too hard. You can see where the antennas are clearly. Although you do carve them out not as neatly, it's a bit more shoddy and kind of comes away a bit like you've just kind of hacked away at the head of the beetle. Especially because it's already kind of been bisected by a bigger sword. So,
Medical professional over there.
You now have the 2 antennas, an entire head, and a set of antennas.
Who here is strong?
I have not moved
You're
since.
all so small, though. That's
You just see me still holding the sword dripped in purple blood. I have not moved since I bisected the
also
creature.
have not moved.
I'm just looking at it and like.
Hello, friend. You appear to be experiencing
So
shock.
as you guys are waiting around for June to carve into these beetles, you begin to hear the sounds of heavy footfalls and clinking plate armor as they kind of round the corner of the path, kind of producing large sounds as they head this way towards you. Halt! Halt! And then kind of points at all of you, and you can see a huge battalion of soldiers decked out in slate grey and purple that kind of surround you all. All right, drop your weapons. You're under arrest.
What? Why?
I don't have any weapons.
What does that mean?
You don't have any weapons. How did you just release these beetles then?
We didn't. They just attacked us.
Sounds like a likely story. I don't see anybody else here.
They kind of ran away. I mean, like, why would we stay here if we released the beetles?
Then seize them.
That seems
And
aggressive.
they're going to begin to kind of approach you guys.
They attacked us. We
Why
were just
would-
defending ourselves. Like,
We're not going
you-
anywhere. We can
go
negotiate.
Why
talk,
would
go
we
talk to
kill
the people
them
down the
if
road.
we
They were
release
screaming.
Why would they be dead if we release them?
All I'm saying is that you're the only people here, and there's a suspicious lack of anybody else in the vicinity.
'Cause they
There's
ran
2 large
that way.
beetles. There's a gored torso over there. There's barrels smashed everywhere. I'm thinking that it looks like you're all the cause of the problem.
Well, whatever
No.
happened to
Men
whatever?
seize them.
well.
Are you guys resisting?
Wait. Before you say seize them, how about you ask peacefully? Like, we're not...
I have a job to do, and they're going to go for you first.
I'm coming.
Are you resisting?
No, I'm coming with.
Okay. No worries. You guys are all...
Whatever happened to innocent until proven guilty?
Innocent till proven guilty. Does it look like I'm a judge? I'm the executioner. And begin
Oh, shit!
Anyway, I'll
all
put.
in manacles.
But like,
What the-
anyway, I put my boot knife back in my shoe, just in front of them.
Yeah, you guys are holding like weapons dripping in purple blood. There's like smashed bits
Does that not
everywhere.
prove that we killed
I don't
them?
have a weapon.
I don't know if like my character's
What's the
like a
point
folding
of
crossbow
releasing them
and-
if we're gonna kill them?
I don't know why you do nefarious things. I'm just working on
We're
behalf of the
helping
Grimwassian
people.
Legion.
Wait,
Is there a
where
court
is...
that we can go to?
Do you
Or is
expect
this
us
like
to
a-
not do anything?
Is there a trial?
Alira! Hey! Buddy! Yell out to the tent, like...
The guy in the
The...
tent.
You guys don't get a response.
Anyway,
I mean, we did take away his job.
I'm not letting the. I'm just like avoiding the gun with my hands. I'm just like,
You're resisting?
I'm just going like, I don't really need those. I'll just come with you. Can you just not put them on me?
I'm afraid it's procedure.
Yeah. You guys. Do you guys have like a manager I could talk to? I'm not enjoying this.
Does it look like I have a manager?
Yeah. Well, it looks like you're trying to arrest people who are trying to do the right thing, and that doesn't seem right.
I'm just calling it like I see it, and we got intel that you were going to be the only people here, so what can I say?
That seems like it's
Wait.
really biased intel.
From who?
Exactly.
They're beginning
I'm
to
very
seize you all and
confused.
kind of lead you away. Is anybody resisting, or are you all kind of being?
I'm resisting.
Roll a strength check. We're gonna do a
Strength check?
Texted strength check.
Okay,
Are you
strength check.
resisting?
There are two.
I'll probably resist because I don't know what arresting
Yes.
is. I don't know what's going on.
Alright, roll a strength check.
Arresting is when you take
20.
a sleep.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Then what's
Dirty.
One of them
happening?
rolled a 21, the other rolled a 7.
Ah.
So you duck
What's-
just away from
Oh,
one of them,
strength
the
check.
other one kind of slaps the manacle straight down onto
Oh,
you.
Come on, man! Not cool.
Alright, man, I'm just doing my job.
Can I?
Someone set us up here!
Anyway, I'm going with them. I'm just refusing manacles the entire time. I'm gonna just like Dex, just like not have manacles put on me.
Yeah,
Just
I'll
someone's like
say-
clacking manacles.
Roll a series of 3 dex checks for me, please.
Alright, cool.
Can I talk to him for another second?
Yeah, so as you're saying, like, what did
6,
you say before? About
said-
no.
9.
Oh, I said something like, we're obviously being set up here!
You see, the one who eventually manacled you is
6.
kind of putting his hands on your shoulders, ducking down and goes,
Alright, man, well, they'll give you a trial, you know, so you should probably just save it for then.
and then just kind of pats you on the shoulders and kind of just
Don't
says,
Alright, let's go.
What is
And kind
going
of
on?
just
I'd like to resist still.
Roll your strength check.
Yeah,
I got
I
13.
got 6.
It's arresting. We're going to have a nap.
As soon as you try and duck out of the way of the manacles, one of them slaps them onto you and kind of just.
I still need to
holds them
find
there for a
little
second.
Timmy.
Oh no, yeah, we did take barrel back at Timmy!
You just have turtle on your back. What did you roll?
Tortoise.
Tortoise, I'm so sorry.
I got 13.
13. Let me roll in. We'll see. Natural 20. You watch as the this guard, same one that actually got Kruger, kind of comes over and slaps the manacles down onto you. It's heavy, cold metal that kind of encircles your wrist.
Alright, it's okay. Listen, nobody's gonna let anything bad happen to you. You're gonna have a chance to plead your case.
When will
I don't
this
know
chance
what any of
be?
this means.
What?
When will this
6
chance be?
I don't know, I don't really work for the courthouse. I just do the dirty work. I don't got the brains.
We're here on duty as well. If we could have some leave, perhaps with armoured guard of some sort to complete our duty.
We need to return a tortoise to Timmy.
Timmy
little
can
Timmy.
turn
Can you-
barrel.
Add,
You
add
see
an address.
a thin-looking lizard folk kind of stick their head around. Timmy, did you say?
Oh.
Yes.
And a tortoise. Where is the tortoise?
In my bag.
Mm-hmm.
You got confined in your bag a tortoise. Kind of
No.
like
Yes.
flicks the tongue.
More of to avoid the acid breathing lizard.
Men search the bags and they begin to kind of rifle through your things. They find the
Keep out of that!
Be careful of barrel.
the large kind of dopey human figure that kind of, we're putting the manacles on both of you, pulls out the tortoise.
Alright, it actually is a tortoise.
Can you
Kind of feel bad for the
It's
little guy.
barrel.
can you
Begins to,
make
like,
sure he
stroke
gets back to
it.
Timmy,
Uh,
please?
We've got
If
a poster
anything,
of Timmy's address. I meant to buy a comb there.
You buy a comb from a child.
no.
Maybe, I don't know your name.
Octavius was his name.
Octavius.
Yeah, did a guy in red clothes come up to you and tell you that we would be here?
I mean, I didn't get it directly, but I can ask my superior and kind of turn
Yeah.
around and
Can I
Hey, buddy!
roll back?
yeah, about the tortoise.
Yeah.
What if the tortoise is secretly a key and you need it to get out of the I don't think I can do that.
Are they checking my
He's
bag?
my new friend.
It's got a lot of weird powders in it. They're like, but
My
they're
bag's
like, they're
weird,
like
that's
spices,
true.
but they're from like the drink planes. They like don't fucking exist in this one. It's just like it's like these weird spices from the drink plane.
Okay. We'll see if we recognise them as we're going through. You watch as the same lizard folk kind of rifles through your bag and like picks up all of these powder sacks and everything.
Quildor's
kind of
over
opens them
here,
and
by the
tastes
way.
everything.
He's not over
Like,
here.
Someone goes like and kind of like spits it out and then goes.
Do they do anything?
I'm just gonna. You shouldn't be eating this, man. That's medicine. I'm a doctor. You really shouldn't be shoving that there. That's a powder to rub in like open wounds. It's not meant to be ingested.
All right, shut up. It begins to kind of keep going through. I'm like just tasting it all.
Oh.
Does he get any
Is
level
he
of
gonna get a
poisoning
rash
for
or
just
something?
ingesting
What do you
random?
have in your bag?
It's just random bits of medicine.
We'll roll a con save. Let's see.
Oh my god, poison the guard.
You watch as after ingesting a lot of different powders and kind of like sticking a forked tongue in them and kind of just like tasting all of these different little powders, you can see that it eventually kind of like is beginning to cough and like splutter, and you can see foam reducing in.
Ah, you got rabies now!
I'm just gonna rub through
They
his.
poisoned me! They poisoned me!
That's your own fault!
You ingested it.
I'm gonna rub too much.
And it begins to like yell at everyone, this one's got poison in his bag!
It's medicine. It's meant to go in an open wound, not in your mouth. Are you a doctor or something? This is fucking moronic. I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying and start doing medicine checks on it and make sure he doesn't fucking catch
Roll a
it.
medicine check.
Crit fail. Crit fail.
He dies, you roll a nat
You
one.
were rolling for something, did you say? Or
That's
I
a
just want
13.
to say for Timmy and give them the poster of where Timmy was and stuff.
Yeah.
I want to finish the tortoise quest.
Yeah, same. Oh, can you
That's a
please
13.
return Barrel? He wants to go
Barrel
home.
back.
Also, lucky person one.
Oh yeah, sure. That's a 13 on the medicine check.
13.
Jesus.
You've never seen someone as idiotic. They're kind of rifling through powders and tasting them all. You do sense that they have had some sort of reaction to whatever they've eaten or the concoction of all of it together. Seems like they do have a mild level of poisoning.
You should probably see I'm out of healing magic, but you should go see like a cleric or something because they can probably cure this. Until then, you're gonna really feel it.
The lizard folk is just kind of spitting all around the place and just kind of like, trying to get it off. Because they're like trying to wipe their tongue.
The fool.
Wiping the tongue won't help. You really need help here.
You see the large hulking human takes the tortoise. Alright, I'll see to it that Timmy, this address here, gets the tortoise back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
no
you.
problem. Wish you the best of luck in pleading your case, and begins to like
They head off.
In my
just like
magic-
slowly lumbering. Like,
Is his
just
superior
Can I say
escorting
goodbye
us?
to Barrel before?
Aw.
Oh.
Are you yelling that at him?
Yes,
He
I
kinda
want to
turns
say bye
back.
to Barrel.
You want to say bye to Barrel?
Yes, I've
Oh,
become
Barrel
very
the
bonded with
tortoise,
him.
or-
Yeah.
And comes back around and like holds the tortoise in front of you.
Goodbye, Barrel.
I've got another thing to ask.
Mm-hmm.
If you're heading to that address anyway, I've got these two antennae here. Could you give one of them in exchange for the comb and another one for just goodwill?
The antenna from the beetle.
They're valuable. They're tradable currency. They're not currency, but they're tradable.
Alright.
Walk on to these and kind of is stuck under his arm and like
Please
the
have the
turtle
comb.
in like a huge holding hand.
Please find me with the comb if you can. If not, enjoy the comb.
Alright, well I work where you're going, so I'll probably see you then.
See you around.
Thank
Lumbers
you.
off. And you guys are going to be taken away.
Can Quildor just quickly duck into my bag?
Yeah.
Cathora is lost forever.
He's just rapidly pick one of the guys.
He's a wild
I
animal
don't
now.
want to be taken away.
He didn't buy your matted hair before and kind of tuck it down deep into your coat. As soon as they've stopped rifling through your bag, you see Quildor kind of slink out and with his hands opens the flaps of the bag and just ducks straight
Is
in.
it
Front
chunky
line, straight
boy?
at the bottom.
I'm putting my
he's my
medicines back in
best
my
friend.
bag, just going, no. You guys really do.
Well, they still have your bag.
Yeah.
They're convinced that you poisoned this lizard folk now.
How
So
are they convinced that I poisoned him? He started licking
Bruh.
random chemicals.
Bruh.
What the fuck did you
Licking
expect?
red chemicals.
Is it like the last guys are superior with us? Like there's like
Yes, he is.
who told you that we would be here?
I'm
Was
afraid
he?
that's confidential information. I'm not allowed to give it out to who I'm arresting, so
Cool.
Come on, was it a guy in red?
don't know what you're talking about.
I love that song.
Inside check.
Guy in red. It's not even a song, it's a vibe.
Oh, is it?
Girl in red.
Yeah, that's the joke.
16.
But she's the
16?
She's the
Ooh! Oh shit! All right, here we go.
What's the song?
There's lots of
Song.
songs.
What's
She's
the
an
song?
artist.
Everyone's
It's
like,
like-
do you like the song?
Do you like Girl in
Is
Red?
that just
Yeah,
Girl
it's
in
just
Red?
do you like
Okay.
girl in red? Because
Cool.
if you like girl in red, that means you're gay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to like distract myself so that I don't hear anything. Yeah, how's it going?
Hey, you listen to Girl in Red?
Oh my god,
No.
no.
Cases.
Make thought I
Is this
called
Gecko
us
or
straight
something?
earlier.
It
I'm sorry.
is Peter's
I was
case.
really good.
Uh-huh.
I had a very similar case
I've
when I
decided that I am
It
straight.
used to be the classic, like, the protect case.
Bye, I guess.
Yeah. Great.
Is that even like a
Fine.
pencil holder?
I'm gonna
Whatever.
I'm gonna be asking this guy, am I
Well,
at fault
there's
for him
nothing
like
in the other
eating random medicine, or is that on him?
T-ball, so it's like-
The
Yeah, yeah.
Honestly, I have no control over that fucking psychopath. Honestly, I'd rather he didn't work with me, so we won't take too much credence from that. It does look like medicine to me, and kind of just is leading you guys away. And as you guys are being taken away, that is where we'll close the chapter of this story, our very first session.
That was not fun.
Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
Yes.
Love to see it.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna say that I didn't resist, but as I'm taking away, I'm like arguing with myself.
Okay.
I'm
It's like-
arguing with
Yeah,
myself.
you're like, how do I get roped into this shit?
Yeah, exactly, definitely.
Just Lockie's attention is what I want.
What's up?
Do you want to say bye, Holly?
Yeah, see you later.
Bye, y'all.
Peace out.
I got bullied with the intro, so now I feel bad.
Lucky,
Yeah,
can
peace
you-
out.
Lucky, can you slap the mic?